we can bullshit for another 5 minutes.
We're very good at that. Hello, everyone.
Oh, hi.
How
Well,
are you?
If it isn't all of the stinkers in the world, and now with us, the bigger stinkers in the world.
We are the biggest stinkers, minus Ash. Ash isn't a stinker.
Oh,
I'm
Ash,
not a level 4 cleric.
Ash is
Oh,
a
Paper.
stinker.
Starting off
Paper
strong.
said, I've been waiting.
Paper said, I know what
Hi,
I'm
Paper.
about.
I'm not a level 4 cleric.
And you know who
Yes,
else
you
actually
are.
has a potion that they were holding
Oh,
for
I'm
the
a
start
fighter.
of this is a Cadillac Jack. Hey, it's Afton.
Hello.
Hey, Afton. Hey, Crimson. Hey, Paper.
Something,
Hello,
something
hello.
FNAF joke.
Everybody's here.
Is that the bite of 87?
How I often.
I know, every time I see Afton, I'm like, William!
William even?
How come me and Mariah are the only people in fucking...
I'm in Tailspire.
I'm in Tailspire, or else you wouldn't be here.
Oh,
Yeah,
I opened
it's
it up, I
me,
didn't open
it's
up the
you,
campaign.
myself, Twyla, and we have Game Master Wizard.
Who shall it be, Paper? Who shall it be?
Ignore this roll, I'm just testing if my feet works. No, never mind, it works, never mind, I don't even have to roll.
Oh, the alert
Cadillac
feed.
Jack!
It's Cadillac
+8?
Jack.
My man drove here in style into the stream chat.
How's everyone doing
I
tonight?
have a +8, I'm moving mine.
I just want to make it known that in my wonderful endeavor, or, experience last night,
Huh?
I did druid craft vines, and I
Oh.
used them.
Oh,
Damn.
Oh my.
Damn!
That would be a lot of friction, though.
He was like, okay, I really have to wake up early in the morning, and hey, what are you doing?
Paper said, how about everyone roll a d20 in the lowest strings?
that's dangerous.
I got a
Well,
+8
calm
to
down.
initiative.
I'll roll a d20, fuck it. Hey, that's a 1, isn't it?
Oh,
And you think that's
Two.
Oh, fuck!
Yeah.
not to worry, Aztec, we're still fighting it out.
No! Alright.
Who did you think was gonna roll? I mean, unless someone else rolled a 1.
Oh, alright, well, that's fine. I will take big gulps of this here sangria. Hello, Aztec.
You're the
Technically,
potion,
other people
you're
didn't
gonna
finish
get in
rolling.
trouble.
The potion of sangria.
The potion of sangria.
Okay.
You can technically drink on Twitch, I believe. It's just not, like, in excessive quantities.
Yeah, you can't encourage excessive
Not like
consumption
last
of alcohol.
Yeah,
you
not like
can't-
community night. That was,
What happened to
Yeah.
That was a lot.
Also, you guys might have noticed, I have upped the timers on the potion redeems because of community night. We
How
really
long?
appreciate everyone's
How
love and
long?
support, and everyone saving up their gold pieces. And now that we have so many more lovelies hopping in the chat, we just want to make sure that, you know, we can all, as players, be
Drink
safe.
responsibly.
Yeah, we can all still be responsible and stay cognizant for the games, and still have fun with everyone.
All of them can, anyway. I can't. I will be completely toasted, sloshed, drunk as a skunk the entire time.
Gooned.
Yes, so that said, yeah, anytime you guys expect me to do anything or remember a detail or roll a die, there's going to be a 50% chance it either doesn't happen or go terribly wrong. But
Oh wow! I
Moving
got
on to community polls.
Aztec, thank you so much for the
Yeah.
15 stream watch streak. Hell yeah.
Damn.
I'm one away. I have 14.
Ew.
I don't know what I'm at. It's not telling me.
It won't tell you.
Who got... Okay. Is it a tie?
oh, right,
Oh,
hold
wait,
on.
no.
Sorry, that's my
Oh yeah, DM, you want to
responsibility.
go over inspiration?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like, wait.
Yeah.
Did you forget you were DM already?
I'm so used to Winter just talking about inspiration that I was just...
I can talk
I
about
mean-
it if you want, but I
You're
thought
No,
you
no,
would want to do
it's
You were
good.
waiting
Of
to hear if
course, of
Audrey
course.
got it.
it.
Anyway, Audrin got it. Congrats, Audrin. You did a great job. Thanks, DM.
Yeah.
Anyway, the player that won player inspiration last week was Favorite. Surprise to nobody.
Ew.
And
Thank you for the watch
you,
streak, Cadillac Jack.
you all fucking voted. And what did you say? I'll tell you. We have a fucking tie
It doesn't
between
count.
between.
Yeah, one doesn't count though.
This happens every week. Congratulations, Twilight.
Oh, thank you.
Did it. You fucking did it.
It was a tie between myself and Faerun.
Is Gruta here? Or am I gonna be able to take the box?
I don't think Gruta's here.
I might take the box in a minute.
I quipped him.
You keep taking his box from him.
Oh, you're gonna take the dragon's gold?
He loves his gold.
He said, I love gold.
If he wanted it, he could get it back.
One
It's
of
like
these
the
days-
one thing in his hoard and someone keeps walking in and taking it.
He's just like, yeah, he just like keeps getting more and more angry at us.
Hello, Amur.
But It's not just that someone's walking in and taking it. Someone is walking in, taking it, and replacing it with a nearly identical, slightly lower quality object of the same.
Just a smaller silver box.
He'll never notice.
That's actually really funny. That's my new headcanon for it. Also, Cadillac Jack, I remember you were holding on to a potion from last time, so feel free to throw that in the chat whenever you feel. But even worse, they're leaving it outside his lair for him to take it back. They're just like slightly moving it over to the side.
Moving it 5 inches to the left.
Oh me, oh my.
Yeah, one of these days we're gonna have
my.
to get Gruta and Ash to duel for it.
To duel for the golden box?
Yeah. With sabers.
I gotta start making golden box emotes.
The golden ball.
The golden box has become a treasure.
Yeah, speaking of emotes, I need to talk to you about that later.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I was not expecting to hit that yesterday.
Yeah, congrats on your stream yesterday.
By the way, how has everyone's day been today?
Ugh.
Decent.
It was a day.
I'm not starting off strong here. I'm gonna need more bombastic, stronger adjectives in describing your day.
Did I lag out? I'm lagging.
You're
Stronger
lagging.
adjectives?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Crimson, you're sick. I'm sorry.
No, Crimson.
Quentin, you're sick too?
Why is everyone sick?
No, our friends.
What's going on here? Is it spring fever?
Oh, it might
Aztec
be.
went to a bingo hole?
Bingo.
That sounds fun.
Bingo.
Why does, you know what? Everyone has a freaking tummy ache these days.
Oh, I got a fucking tummy ache, the likes of which.
Sorry to hear people are sick. But you know
Of
what else?
us, they're sick of our bullshit.
I was just gonna say, you know what else is sick? This campaign puts on sunglasses.
Yo,
Yeah.
Oh, holy fuck. I just looked at the community polls for Decay Within the Ice.
What?
No spoilers for Monday.
I
Oh
won't,
yeah,
But goddamn, that was not expected.
yeah.
If y'all want to know what we're referring to, head on over to the Discord.
Something Discord server.
Yeah, something Discord plug.
Something
Alright.
follow plug. Something subscribe plug.
Also,
Like and subscribe,
Amazon Prime-
smash that
Amazon
bell
Prime
button.
does not auto renew. There,
What?
that's a good one.
No, they
Uh,
don't. They don't.
I just took a drink. of
Amazon
orange
Prime
water.
sub does not auto renew. That is something I've been told by Nonat to say.
Oh, interesting. I did not know that.
I
Thank
didn't
you.
know that
He
either.
told you to say that?
Although-
Not told me directly, but it was a thing he said on our stream. He's like, if you do shit like that, remind people.
That's true. I knew that already, but I just kind of assumed people did.
Not many, dude. I didn't.
Anyway, for Curse of Strahd, it's not like and subscribe, it's like and subscribe. Thank you, thank you. I will be here for the next few hours. You're stuck with this.
I thought our sessions are 3 hours long.
I said
Was
few! I said few!
My big fat Greek wedding.
Oh, my big fat Greek wedding?
Yeah, we gotta have movie nights in the Discord again. If you guys don't know, sometimes we do movie nights. More reason to hop on and join us in the Discord.
I literally told Winter Shrek.
What
and
golf code?
She just
Did you
goes,
say
yeah,
Shrek?
that could be Shrek. And she goes, yeah, that could be fun. No exclamation marks. No excitement. It's Shrek. Shrek is amazing.
I think it could be fun. I also think Les Mis could be fun.
I would be
I'm
100%
just gonna
It's
be
in my
singing
gift.
the whole time.
Yeah, I saw fucking
My
Yaver.
Les
Yeah.
Mis would also give us some good ideas
It
for moving forward in this
In the song.
world.
What do you mean? What does that mean?
A bloodsucker?
Let me tell you something.
Sometimes
I'm
I'll
not
just
gonna-
break out in the Les Mis socks.
I'm not gonna forget this.
Also,
Art. I'm
Quentin, we
going
have to talk
really
about
not.
you putting Audrin in the jar.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What?
One day more.
In the
I-
jar.
I'm so confused.
So
That
anyway,
is also the
there's
Discord.
a-
Anyway.
there's a large mason jar. I cannot speak on it too much because I'm still technically stuck in the jar. I can't get out. So everything you hear would be more like.
Mario 64 drowning.
I
Oh,
God.
no!
You remember at the end of the I don't know if anybody's seen the Mario movie, but at the very end they put him in the cum jar.
That
No.
is true.
That was a crazy moment to see.
They shrunk him and put him in the
They
cum
did
jar.
put him in the cum jar.
And
It's
Donkey
actually seeing
Kong
Bowser's,
was
like,
looking at him
rendered
in
dick.
there, and Donkey Kong knew what he was gonna do to that jar.
He knew what he had to do.
Oh man, we need to stop talking about this.
Let us commence, I guess.
like
We-
Derek
we're
referenced it
finally
one
too much
time,
for
and I
Zach.
was like, Derek mentioned it one time, and I was like, oh, that's disgusting. Well, I guess it's knowledge, and
man.
now it just gets repeated like on a weekly basis.
I did not invent the cum jar. That's been a thing in the public consciousness for some time.
It hasn't. I guarantee you, there are people in chat who don't know about this disgusting mechanism.
Okay.
Oh, now
show
it's
of
gonna
hands,
get
who knew about
broadcasted
the
to
cum jar?
YouTube.
I know.
about the
Yeah,
the
sure.
first thing I ever saw about the cum jar was a while ago when I, don't judge me, was still using 4chan. I think I was in like 8th grade.
You were a 4chaner?
Oh,
I was in middle school. I would go on and just look. I was a lurker.
lurker.
I
And
was
I
a
saw
Redditor back then. You have been
a
forgiven.
My Little Pony.
Yeah, the Rainbow Dash. That's how it
the,
started.
the Rainbow Dash in the jar, and I was like, "What does that mean?" And then I figured it out when I looked at the comments. And I
We've
was
been on this
traumatized.
discussion for longer than
Yeah,
I
this has gone on too far.
Let's
Can
talk
we
about
get
the
a-
ethics. Let's talk about the
No,
ethics.
no,
of the
let's
Mason
talk
jar.
How
about the
about let's get into
campaign.
the session
Oh, yeah.
recap?
Mason
Say-
jar.
It's almost 20 fucking minutes in again. We do this every time.
At
Here's
least
the
the
pro- and I
last
wouldn't even do the
time.
recap yet.
Order
Yeah,
of the
well, you
clock.
I think we-
Take
I
forever
think-
to
I
get
think we
ready.
need-
No,
I
I
think we
took
need to
2
start
minutes.
Oh,
earlier. Like
Crimson?
5:30, we need to get in the call just to get all that energy out.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah, this is like the first time we all get to hang out in like a little bit. So
Crimson,
might need
who's
to add-
taking
you
it?
We might need to add like a little clause in the potion redeem, Winnie.
What's the clause?
First off, you can have like the potion redeem and you can make it to where they type it in at the same time as the redeem. Like I've seen that
Ooh.
as an option.
Oh, you can do that?
Yeah, and
Oh,
also I think you
alright.
should either do
There goes.
either me directly doesn't drink or no guests, unless they're cool with it.
Oh, that's true. I don't think guests should ever feel like they have to. That's only if you ever want to.
Never want to coerce anyone.
Never do anything that you don't want to do, folks.
It's funny she's saying
Especially
that.
if it
like,
involves alcohol.
we actually stream in the same room, and Winter is holding a gun up to my head as she says that.
Are y'all in the same room? I'm amazed.
And
they
she's
don't-
and
No,
she's
we're not in the
mouthing
same
no,
room.
she's mouthing the words "I'll kill you, keep your mouth shut." I just want that on record. I want someone to write that down.
Derek, it's officially 20 minutes in. Take your potion and let's get the recap going.
No, hold on. We got 2 more minutes. We got 2 more
No.
minutes.
She is aiming a gun at you. Why would you tell us?
Yes. So the other thing is that Winter follows me to work in a black
Derek,
SUV.
please.
Okay,
Can't
sorry.
drive.
I cannot read the recap unless somebody prompts me to.
Anyway,
Zach.
Logan, why don't we get a
Zach,
wonderful
Zach, I want to
recap?
hear your recap.
I need to hear it from the DM.
I want to
Oh my
hear your
God.
wonderful recap. In all seriousness too. Now that we are entering an area wherein the sandbox has opened up, you guys went from a bit of a bottleneck to a wide open world sandbox. There may be moments where you will hear pages flipping, and it might take a second or two for me to get all the details, depending on where you guys end up, because the world is your
The world
oyster
is
now. So
buffering.
just think of it as buffering. Like you're entering a new zone in Skyrim, and there's like a
Think of it as
little.
the loading screen.
Yeah, okay.
I
Fine.
installed the no borders in Skyrim mod, so that's not a thing.
And I thank you guys in advance for your patience. Now, on to Lobrin. Let it rip!
Session 8. The party began. They began by addressing Lucia's wound in the healed body of the killed werewolf, which had reverted into its human form. Ark expressed that they should burn the body, which seems to be a common theme, with Lobrin finding it strange that the party always jumped to burning the body.
You have a Lathander cleric. Why is that an issue?
Because Ark was not the Lathander cleric. After he began asking questions, the party also proceeded to probe Ark, who said he was several hundred years old and hailed from Alusk, but had not been there in quite some time. Contemporaneously, Irina expressed apprehension to Lobrin's retainers about Lucia becoming a werewolf. As Lobrin and her discussed, Lucia produced a remove curse scroll that Twyla cast on her, seemingly removing the effect. Keyword seemingly there. The party continued onward, coming across a man in a cart who provided the party with a small chest and introduced himself as Rahadin. He said he worked for Strahd and notified the party of the location of Castle Ravenloft, east along the path they were on. He further informed them that Strahd sent his apologies and that the party were free to visit whenever they desire, as he also stated Mira was being well taken care of. After some apprehension, the party took the chest he provided and continued onward, discovering a mill off to the side of the road. Twyla scouted the mill through Dollop, seeing an old woman baking some peculiar-smelling treats. However, not wanting to lose any more daylight, the party continued onward, arriving at Vallaki. After making their way inside, they proceeded to the Blue Water Inn, which appeared to be run by an affectionate family. So touching family business. Before entering, Lucia noticed a crow among the building that appeared to be, atop the building that appeared to be the one that followed them earlier. Inside, Favorn proceeded to talk to two patrons who appeared to be hunters of some kind. They introduced themselves as Solzdar and Yevgeny. Yevgeny, what's his name?
Yevgeny Gushkin.
Yeah. As she engaged in a brief conversation where she mentioned killing the werewolves, as she also introduced themselves as Yevgeny. She engaged in a brief conversation where she mentioned killing the werewolves, as she also flirted with and managed to woo Yevgeny, kicking Ark out of her room in the process.
Oh, poor Ark.
Poor Ark.
I forgot about that.
As Ark asked Lobrin for a place to stay, Lobrin dropped another gold to get a room for Ark, and also bought a round for the party. Shortly after, a bard began to perform, spinning tales of foreign land, which seemed suspiciously unfamiliar to Barovia. Twyla, bunking with Lucia, then revealed what Lucia looked like with her scarring by changing her into her with a quote-unquote spell. The spell.
Yeah, quote-unquote spell.
That spell.
The spell.
Prestidigitation, by any chance. Lucia expressed concerns over the way this world was, saying the church had made her think it was a lot nicer. Meanwhile, Favorn had her intimate moment with Yevgeny after he did himself up for the occasion and brought her flowers.
Brought me flowers.
Gentleman, what a sweetheart.
It was really sweet. I didn't expect that. That was good on the spot, Derek.
Yeah, thank you.
And that was where we left off.
Derek was like, "What would
All
I
right.
do? What would I do in this situation? I would pick flowers."
Yeah, probably.
The roleplay is good.
Anyway, it is now morning time. The night passes you easily. Probably your best night's rest in some time. Feather beds, cozy rooms, pleasurable company. And security, more than anything else. Sometimes the best sex is just being safe in a room and not being killed by werewolves.
Yeah.
The sunlight
Yeah.
falls upon your face as you wake up in the morning. Let me not do that voice.
Yeah.
Can I ask you how to Dollop sleep?
Sunlight falls on your face.
Dollop was on top of your headboard, tucking his little beak into his shoulder.
What if we fuck the werewolves instead? I think we thought about that.
I'm sure it's going to happen. at some
Favorite
point.
thought about
It
it.
is always an option.
I'm like
but
counting
probably
down the
didn't.
days.
It might be the last option your character,
Maybe.
chooses.
It's one fun final hurrah.
The morning time finds you. And now there you can distinctly hear less hustle and bustle, chatter, and the sounds of revelry making from downstairs. It's relatively quiet. How do you all greet the morning?
Lucia just kind of lays in bed for 20 minutes just staring at the wall.
That's
Oh.
relatable.
That's to
She
me every
kinda-
morning.
She has bags under her eyes.
Lucia, there's a small chance that I think your room is right next to Ark's, right?
Yeah.
There's a small chance that as you lay there, you hear like the sound of sword being sharpened and chainmail being tended to, and it sounds like it might have been going on for several hours at this point.
Oh, Art.
That's why
Stop.
Lucia wasn't sleeping.
Stop gooning, Ark.
Twyla will get up and stretch and pick up Dollop and just gather her things and try to see if her traveling companions are ready for the day.
Farron will wake up feeling great. She's felt the best she's ever felt. She's gonna look and see if her bedmate is still there.
Your
I am
booth-
not ready, but I will do it.
Your Boothang is in fact not there.
He left.
As he told you last night, he had to leave quite early in the morning to join.
Oh, that's
his
right.
wife.
That's right. But
Yeah.
But they told me that they were gonna be staying in the area, right? In case we needed
They said
any.
they're heading out.
They did mention that they were local, though.
Yes. Okay.
I think they're going out to hunt, and they'll be back later.
All right. I wanted to ask him one more question. Damn it.
You could have asked it in bed
I know.
during.
Like in the middle. Like, hey,
Hey,
by the
Judy.
way.
By the
Granted,
way,
you probably had your mouth full, so.
Hey, can I ask you
Oh.
some questions?
oh,
Open the door.
Art is gonna
Thank you.
Art is gonna wake up and make his way downstairs for purposes of meeting up with the party.
I'll go downstairs.
For the sake of everybody here, we'll
That
say the
spring in Lucia's
Rolf.
step is noticeably absent.
Fair enough.
Or what?
Rolf, Elizabeth, and Irene are all already awake and at a table. It looks like they have either tea or coffee in front of them and just kind of enjoying the day. Brunor is notably not to be seen among them.
Bruno is.
That
very
sounds about
hello.
right.
Not a fucking
I-
sense.
Irina turns in and waves a hand to you, gesturing you all over. She pulls up a couple chairs.
Okay.
How did you all
Okay.
sleep?
Fine,
Like a
I
rock.
suppose.
I tend not to sleep too much anymore, but had a
I
very productive
slept.
night.
But I did not rest.
What happened?
Her
Sorry, not-
her eyes kind of linger on Irina for a second or two before going over.
Irina.
Yeah, to fucking excuse me to Farron for a second or two before turning her attention to Lucia and saying, "I understand that feeling. At the very least, it's nice to know that we're out of the woods."
That's
Literally
fair.
speaking.
Lucia will look at Irina, and she'll kind of she's looking at her, and you can tell she's staring at her, trying to think of something, and she's not really hiding it while looking directly at Lucia.
Oh
Or not
yeah.
Lucia, Irina.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of look is it?
She's trying to figure something out, so it looks like she's eyeing her up and down.
Something on your mind, Lucia?
Do you sleep upside down?
Why would I sleep upside down?
You have and she point at the neck bites. Do you sleep upside down?
She kind of grabs her neck instinctively, and then she squints her eyes at you, and she says, "No, I don't sleep upside down, and this doesn't mean anything." And she kind of pushes her hair over it a little bit.
Fair enough. Fair
And then
enough.
she's-
Was just
and then
asking.
She's just gonna lean a little bit. And she's gonna be like, "Don't call too much attention to it. I don't want people here chasing me out with torches."
Fair enough. I mean, they chased me out for this, and she points at the giant fucking werewolf bite on her shoulder.
At least yours can be explained away as something other than what it is.
I mean, you could just say you got stabbed by a weird ass fork.
She looks like she wants to respond, she's giving you an expression that says, "Are you for real?" And then
Bitch
Before,
being so fucking for real.
She's trying. Forgive Lucia. She's trying to do humor as a coping mechanism.
That's fair. That's that's a first for her too. That's a development. Before Lady Mardukov comes to your table, places her palms face down on the table and says, "Looks like we have some newcomers to the morning. What can I get you all?"
Water.
Water it is. And what about the rest of you?
Do you have
to know.
coffee?
I think that can be arranged.
Thank you.
And then she scampers on back.
Oh, I was gonna ask for a drink.
She only
Go-
has 2 hands.
Go
She
ahead
can
and
get
ask.
a serving tray.
Go ahead and ask for it as she walks away.
I was just gonna ask for either a coffee or maybe even some juice, and maybe just a little fruit or something for Dollop.
She like kind of casts her head over her shoulder and says, "I'll see what I can find for him." And
I don't know.
disappears.
I look
Pencil
at Dollop
shavings.
and I go, Dollop, you like fruit, right, Dollop? Can you eat fruit?
Depends on what the
Oh,
fruit
how
is,
do you
I
know if
guess.
you don't like it if you don't try it?
Give him a jalapeno. Birds can't have birds can't taste capsaicin.
This is true, they can't.
Dollop's thinking about mice right now.
Yeah, Dollop doesn't seem very happy at the prospect, but he's on your shoulder and kind of coping.
Maybe we
If
can
we're
find you
like a
some meat.
were-rat and Dollop will just cannibalize.
I will offer you to give to Dollop some of the beef jerky out of my rations.
Dollop, look, your friend here is offering you some nice meal. Would you like it? Dollop?
And he kind of like him and haws in an owly way before snapping it up.
Thank you very much, Ark. That was very kind of you.
You're welcome. Not like
So-
I have much use for it.
You don't eat, do you?
Wait, what do you mean?
I'm fasting for now.
Well, don't fast for
Fair
too
enough.
long. It's not good to go all day on an empty stomach.
Hello, Qwerty.
Qwerty!
It's at this point whether or not you're questioning if you've ever seen Ark eat or drink anything.
I haven't known her for
she
very
ha-
long.
Favorite knows she has not.
Do
At
you
this
like
point-
weirdly stalk people while they eat breakfast?
Yes.
Are you telling me you don't stare at people anytime they go to take a bite of anything?
Anytime there's been food or drink offered, Ark has made it a point to decline, and Faerun's passive perception's pretty good, and I feel like Faerun would have noticed that he just does not. And I feel like also I rolled something, and I rolled well, and you told me something about your character, and I just kept it to myself. And I feel like it was something in relation to that a couple episodes ago.
I think it was too.
So
As you're pondering this fact, the coffee, tea, and little bits of sliced apple have been brought back to you. And Brunar finally stumbles his way down the stairs. He's got his head on his head in his forehands a little bit. He sits down at the table opposite you. Before looking up, sighing, realizing he sat down in the wrong place, and then moving over to the chair, saying, "Anything you gotta say, don't say it too loud."
Where's Lopert? Is he down?
I'm here.
I'm gonna whisper,
I've been-
would you like a beer?
A beer is the very last thing I would like right now.
Sometimes it can cure hangovers.
All right, let's give it a shot. And he's gonna throw a hand up and ask for one. Go ahead, Art.
It is at this point that I would like to spend exactly 10 minutes conversing with people.
Oh, 10 minutes you say!
10 minutes?
Make them
Wonder
feel
why,
better
Ted.
as they eat their food, so that I can use my inspiring leader feat.
Well, go ahead, Ark. Talk for 10 minutes. Say something inspiring.
Yeah.
Ark
Yeah, we're gonna
has
start a
high
timer
charisma.
at that point.
Andrew has a -1.
You said that's a +7, right? Like a
It is gonna
7
be
temp HP.
7 temporary HP.
I'm marking
For all
that
of
down.
them?
Wow.
For all of us, and I'm also going to include Brunor in that because he seems like he needs a little pep.
Oh.
Yeah, Bruno's a little fucked up, but this is not unfamiliar to him. All right.
As you guys are having your nice little morning, you notice that same silvered, half-elven-looking man who was regaling the bar with stories last night is at the table opposite you. He seems to be eyeing all of you as he writes down stuff on a little piece of parchment he has in front of you.
Who's looking at us?
He kind of goes back and forth from writing to looking up at you, and his eyes kind of cast between each of you, going back to writing.
Do I
The bard?
see him?
He's not trying to be subtle, and he's one of the very few people that are left in this bar right now. Most people don't go to it.
I'm going up to him. Where is he? Is it the mayor?
Yeah, it's the mayor.
Oh, the mayor.
I'm turning it. Hello. Are you taking notes on us?
Oh, good morning. No, I'm just writing a story. Don't mind me.
That's what the bard
Don't
sounds
worry.
like?
Yep, that's what it sounds like. He
Bards
looks
don't
like...
have to just be like hot singers. They can also be like chroniclers and stuff.
Oh, he did not sing last night. He was telling stories.
What
That's
kind of
what I'm
story
saying.
are you writing?
Oh, just one of my travels. I've been all over, you see. And most people around these parts, they haven't been very far at all.
Are we in your story? Am I in
We're
your
back at
story?
unlocked door.
Would you? And he kind of like puts his lowers his spectacles a little bit. He says, "Like to be in the story?"
I would love to be in your story.
So be it then. Why don't you start by telling me where you hail from and how you ended up in the valley?
Well, I hail from the High Forest, so that's pretty far away from here. I'm not sure if you've heard of it. And how I came here was passing through Barovia and eventually meeting a bunch of friends along the way. And, well, I don't know, I'm here now. What do you mean? Be more specific.
Well, that in itself is a fascinating little bit of information there. So few people in Vallaki have left these walls, let alone the valley. So it will be good to speak to you on your experiences. It is quite rare that I've come into a wanderer.
Why do so few people leave?
No, fear mostly, or comfort, or perhaps something in between.
Plumford.
As he's saying this, Erwin, Lord Markov, Mr. Beardsley himself, kind of comes out with a plate of some food, none of you having asked for any. And just the same, there's some eggs, sausage, some bread toasted.
Ooh.
He puts it out on for each of you. Not generous, not like huge quantities, but just a bit. He says, I thought you'd all need a little sustenance before you got about your day. Especially if you're going to be regaled by Rictavio over here. He has a way with words. And he kind of scampers back into the kitchen.
Thank you.
Everyone's just
She's
gonna
gonna-
just snag some bread because she doesn't eat meat.
She's gonna snag a piece of the bread as well, but she's going to inspect it first.
It just looks like kind of like a buckwheat milled bread, very dark, but wholesome and fluffy.
Twilight's gonna have some eggs and bread and feed a sausage to Dollop.
Yeah,
He
Wilburn's
happily
eating.
nibbles it, but at this point, he's had plenty of food. He's a very small owl.
This
You're gonna say something, Lobern?
I just said Loburn's just gonna eat breakfast as well without any hesitation. Starts eating them eggs.
Damn it,
The
Dirk, you can't tell me
egg.
someone's like writing something down and looking at us, and then I go up and talk to them. It's like I feel like they're important now.
Sorry about that.
Is it okay
He's
if I
going-
talk to Irina?
Yeah, I'm intrigued.
Sure. Let's. What are you going to say to Miss Irene?
I'm assuming she's like partaking in the breakfast as well.
She's nibbling. She's kind of like mostly just moving her food around a little bit. Seems like she's a little bit pensive.
I'm gonna clear my throat a little and go, Irina. If I recall correctly, this is where you wanted to go, correct?
You do indeed recall correctly. Feels a little strange now that we're here. I don't exactly feel any safer, but then again, I'm not very familiar with the town.
Is there anywhere specific you needed to go, or is this just as far as it goes?
Well, my brother told me that the safest place in town would be St. Andrew's. It's a church. A chapel to the Morning Lord. I guess I can understand why he said that.
Well, how about that? And I'll gesture to Lucia and go, you seem to have some familiarity with the Morning Lord.
Yeah, that I do.
Perhaps you can take me there, Lucia. I'm sure you'd want to go yourself.
Where's Lucia on the map? Why can I not see her?
She's
Just
on the
right there.
table.
I'm at a table.
Oh,
On
I was too far down with the green button.
Someone's knockout drunk. I'll get off the table.
Just standing on the table, looking down at everyone.
Sounds like a plan. There is a twinge of hesitance in that.
Erwin comes out once more. He's got a little hot tankard of tea and he refills anyone's cup that had tea to begin with.
Ooh.
And as he's doing so, he kind of stops between you all, and he lowers his voice to a whisper, and he says, "Listen, I hope you'll not find this as me being a little too bold, but I understand that you traveled in from village Barovia. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So you must be capable folk to be traveling in the woods, to be traveling at all around this location, and I had a bit of a proposition for you. Something that you would be paid handsomely for."
Can
What
we
may
finish
that
our
be?
breakfast first before we have to go back out there?
You can stay here as long as you like. I'm not shooing you out the door. But I fear that our last shipment of wine is far overdue. It's a winery just to the northwest of this location. It's called the Wizards of Wine Winery. Quite a charming name. I don't know why we haven't gotten a shipment, but I myself cannot make my way up there as I have to tend to this place. But it seems as though coming to and from the village is something you guys have experience in.
So if we go and we get your wine and we bring it to you, we'll be paid handsomely. But would you be willing to throw in a free bottle?
A free bottle. I'd be willing to throw in as many free glasses as you'd like if you could sort this out for me. It would take a lot off my mind.
Well, I'd be in. What about the rest of you? What do you think?
That doesn't seem too bad.
Is wine a necessity?
In my line of work.
It'd be helping out a friend. Irina,
I'd say
is
we
this
help.
okay with you?
If I understand,
Oh.
the church is here, right? Like in this town.
In the
It
town,
is.
yeah, that's right.
So
There's
like,
a
drop
we
lot
can,
of
Irina
shit.
off
we
and
can
then
drop
go do
by
that.
the church, yeah, and then do that.
I wouldn't be
We'll
opposed
drop you
to,
off first, Irina. and
to it
then
after.
We'll do the
Um,
task. What's that?
Is that all right with you?
And that works perfectly fine for me. I mean, there's a lot to see in Vallaki. And she kind of looks over to Erwin and she says, "Is there some kind of dire urgency to this? Can it perhaps wait a day?" And he just kind of runs his fingers through his beard a little bit and he says, "Of course, I'm not pushing you. Just any time you might find yourselves in that direction, it would take a lot off my shoulders."
You want
I'm not
side
opposed.
All right, we'll keep that in mind.
Actually, I've got a question for you.
All right, then.
I heard a couple rumors around about this, but I haven't seen it myself. Have you heard anything about a carnival wagon? Headed here.
So at this, Rictavio kind of like perks up a little bit, and he just kind of like rests his forearms on the table and kind of stares at you guys as Erwin kind of chuckles a little bit, and he says, "Yeah, I know something about a carnival wagon. Indeed, I do."
Well, where is it? What is it? How is it?
Why
Well,
is it?
Why is it?
I could tell you all about that, frankly, shoddily made carnival wagon with a dubious proprietor, but I believe there's a better source of information to be found on it. Perhaps
He's
in this
right,
family room.
he's right behind me, isn't he?
And he's gonna chuckle a little bit and say, "Let me know when you get a chance to make your way out of town. It doesn't need to be anytime soon. After all,
I'm back. Sorry.
you only just found your way in here, so enjoy yourselves. I mean, there's a festival in 2 days' time.
A festival?
What kind?
It's called the Festival of the Blazing Sun. Going to be lighting an effigy. And the Baron's been making quite the hubbub about it, but then again, he kind of looks around a little bit and lowers his voice and he says, he's an excitable man."
Will those two brothers that I spoke with last night be back at the festival, do you think?
Most assuredly. The Baron takes these things quite seriously.
Good. I have some important questions for them, and only questions, nothing else.
Why didn't you look at me during?
All the more reason to get the shipment of wine sooner rather than later. People
I
like
would
wine
have
at
to
the
agree with you there, Ark.
Well, I might even consider staying for the festival before leaving. But I might warn you one thing. If you find yourself near the, or in proximity of the Baron. Just see to it that you don't speak too ill of anything in the town or festivities, or otherwise cast a somber word. He's got some strange proclivities.
Well,
So
okay.
basically, just hype up the town.
I knew that you would be safe in doing so, yes. And
And what a fine town it is.
that's
Lovely.
This
My favorite so
festival,
far.
Is this like a Lathander thing? Can I do like a religion check on that?
You sure can.
I still
Also-
think religion being intelligent is really stupid to me.
May I make a history check?
Mhm.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
19.
Question, was the implication there that what he was saying is to ask the bard guy about the carnival wagon? Like, is that what he was saying?
He was roughly implying that you might get better
That's-
information from someone in the room.
Okay.
That's why I said, he's right behind me.
I mean,
isn't
I
he?"
as a player know that. I'm trying to figure out if my
Yeah.
character would put that together.
I think Twyla's smart enough.
Tyler would pick up on like
Twyla's, well, your
social
intelligence is
cue.
pretty fucking high, isn't it?
Oh, sure, but you never talked to that guy.
Oh yeah.
that. That's fair too. I rolled a 19 on that religion check. Why is it intelligence?
May I roll
It's just
the
like, ugh.
history check?
You may.
I'll take it.
Both rolled
Okay.
pretty well.
So, although you don't
Okay.
recall anything specifically about this particular brand of festival, but you do know that the idea of lighting an effigy in a sun festival, both of you, is standard practice for specifically religious sects around your patron. It is very common in processions and celebrations around Lathander to involve the burning of something. The fire is held very sacred.
Oh my god, it's fucking Burning Man for Jesus.
Pretty much.
Hell yeah, we'll get the
Except
raid.
it's like a lot more Bible study and less like fun.
That you know of. Maybe Lathander's also a god of party.
Those confession booths start rocking.
Hey.
This is what I mean when I say like I can't separate my jokes from how Lucia should act.
Anyway, I'll leave you to it. You guys have a little bit of rest to see to. Had a long road behind you. I won't be far.
Would Farron, having spoken to the gentleman behind her, have any inclination that, like, would she have noticed him perk up when?
Almost assuredly, you're right next to the man.
Okay, so
He's right behind you.
he's right behind me, isn't he? So I'm gonna turn her. Well, I mean, I was sort of like whatever. Anyway, I'm going back over to him and say, "Excuse me. I know I walked away from you very suddenly without saying goodbye, but I'm back, and I have questions about the carnival wagon."
Farron's the fucking best.
You're
I
a
couldn't
most
help-
singular woman, aren't you?
I've been told that before. Yes.
Well, go on then.
Well, I couldn't help but notice that you perked a brow, per se, when my friend brought it up. Do you know anything about it?
A little more about it than you might think. That wagon is my own. It's been out of
is it?
commission. It's been out of commission for some time. I've been stationed here for a little bit now. Just the same, it's over in the stockyard. Perhaps I can show you to it sometime.
I think
Alright.
we'd all like to take a look at your wagon, if that's all right.
Ah.
Why
Clip
did you
that.
have to say it like that?
I didn't have to say it like that, but I chose to.
I'm sure it's an impressive wagon. Anyway, he kind of like furrows his brow a
Your
little
dad
bit and
garbage
says,
man?
I have to admit this is the first anyone's inquired about my little side occupation in some time. But so be it then, so be it then. When would it suit you?
Farron's gonna turn to the party and go, "Hey guys, I found the wagon man. Do you want to go see his wagon?"
Sure.
After we drop them off at the church.
Oh right. Okay. So we have to drop our friend off at a church really quick, but will you be here in maybe like, I don't know, an hour?
I can be. I'll wait here for you.
All right, sounds great.
Works for
Thank
us.
you so much.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Sounds like we have a plan for today.
Well, this day will be eventful and exciting.
Indeed.
And nothing bad will go wrong.
And as all of these things are said, Brunor is just like apprehending, or he's anticipating a departure. So he's quickly downing the drink in front of him, while Rolf is just kind of like taking the little napkin bib out of his shirt and standing to his
Napkin
his feet.
bib. Oh my god, of course. When Faerun wants to talk to Brunor and be like, well, did it help? Did you drink
Not-
some more?
Not in the least, but I imagine it will soon.
I hear the ticket is to just always be drunk.
Right, so maybe the problem is that I haven't had enough yet.
That's probably it.
Yeah,
Don't
right.
encourage him. Don't encourage him.
Well, if she doesn't, who will?
I will, but later. You don't need to be drunk off your ass during the day.
Says you.
Ark's in the chuckle.
All right.
All right, to the church.
I'll have all of you please go from
Take me
the
to
Blue
church.
Water Inn to
Yeah.
the city of Vallaki.
Where the what?
It is under the
Oh,
folder
City of
Vallaki.
Vallaki. Gotcha.
You just said it very.
I did not understand the way you
Bourgeoisie.
said it.
I'm sorry.
No, that's me.
I was about to ask if it was daytime yet, but then I remembered everything's constantly covered in
I know.
Hold on, hold on.
Daytime.
I'll improve this a little bit.
Nighttime.
There's no
Dayman.
difference.
Hold on, give me a second. I gotta find it.
Oh,
Man,
yeah, this is-
Zach, you're usually my go-to. Every time I go, day man, you usually go, oh.
Oh, I didn't hear
this
that. I
will
didn't
be,
hear that.
You're
Oh,
my
that's kinda better.
guy.
I
when
missed that. It was
we
too
leave
loud.
the inn, Lucia will have the bow just on her back, and the quiver is like by her waist now.
Okay. Very well then. So the chapel.
Where are we?
Oh yeah, good question.
Where's our characters?
I'm sorry, I keep forgetting.
They
that
don't
they're
exist
important.
anymore.
If the chapel is its own building, it might be easier to just spawn.
Yeah.
But the chapel is not its own building. In comparison to in Barovia, this one does not have its own map, so therefore, theater of minding this particular.
Theater of mind.
The pine.
While
Oh,
you're
here we
setting
are.
this up, Ark is going to speak to the group as we travel and say,
Whoa, I'm on a
If the-
building.
if we're planning on heading back out at some point, we should probably look into getting more silvered weapons.
Hey guys, look at me!
Do we have the money?
That
to
wouldn't be
kidding.
a bad
It's fine.
idea.
I got dropped out of building.
As you guys make your way out into the town proper and begin walking about, you notice that there's quite a bit more hubbub than there was last night. Naturally, you got in pretty late. But right now, the town is bustling with people preparing for some sort of event. There are garlands being put up, there are little effigies being put about, and all sorts of little bouquets being tied to doors, things like that. And from a distance, as you head out of the tavern and begin making your way down the street towards the what is very clearly the spires of the chapel in the distance. In the distance, you can see what a little procession of what looks to be a balding man and his much taller wife, as well as a huge hulking beast of a
move over,
man. Huge hulking beast of a man with
Beast of a man?
with a single demonic looking arm. It's got like barbs sticking out of it. There's claws coming out of his fingers. The other arm looks completely human, but his
What the fuck?
his left arm is quite fucking scary
where is
looking.
That sounds pretty freaking attractive. Do we have a photo of that?
Yeah, I can give you a photo of that.
My
particular-
brain
That
seemed
just
like
sounds.
the-
My
like
brain's
the
just going
Vicar
monster
from, like,
arm. Yes.
Bloodborne. It's a choking arm.
From a distance, they do not see you, but you can see them. And there's a small little crowd that seems to part away from them. And you can just hear a higher shrill voice go, "Make way, indeed." That's all. Make way, indeed.
The way you said indeed. I don't know. That really got me.
You're welcome.
Indeed.
Wise choice.
Where are they? Let me see them. Oh, we're using theater of the mind. I
no,
forgot.
it's an NPCs.
Let me see.
Let's take a look.
Oh, that's
know
not.
what?
That's not as weird as I thought it was gonna be.
Not as weird as I thought, and I would top.
You don't even get to see like the arms.
And
Yeah, I know, it's
here
just
are
his
Not like an
hand.
axe.
man, woman, and it's got a couple giant mastiffs surrounding him as well.
Is that like the group that's directly in front of us?
No, that's
That's Lobrin's
Those are-
team.
Those
and
are the
our
retainers.
cast.
It's like the direction was that you saw them was towards the town square, and you were very much heading away from it.
Okay.
Oh.
Mental note
Interesting.
for later.
Seems like
Taking a
I'll
mental
keep that in the
note.
noggin.
Uh,
Also, Ark,
does
as you had
anyone-
talked about the silvered weapons, I'm gonna peek into my measly coin purse and look in it kind of bleakly and go, I wonder how much those cost.
We did find a few things in our travels we might be able to sell here. I remember we found some magic scrolls and some rings and other jewelry in a house of death. We might be able to sell that. And
Did we ever roll Arcana on those rings? Or
I don't think
jewelry?
I don't think we ever tried identifying them.
yeah, I don't know if we did. We kind of put it off because we were in.
Oh,
So
do
I'm
I
really
have
terrible.
The one was like a seal ring, I thought. Like
One was a
One of
seal
them
ring.
was not, I thought.
If I remember, I don't know if the rings were actually magical. I think it was only the scrolls that were magic, and then the health potions.
I believe that is correct, but I'd have to go back to the treasure pages to.
I do have Identify I can ritual cast at some point, if we want to figure
Okay.
it out.
Might as well worth a try.
Oh, that's sick. They're very weird looking. I just saw the new photo in the NPCs tab.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
look weird and I like it. They look dope as fuck.
The art is honestly like one of the best parts of this.
It's a very interesting art style. They look scary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but my man's above them is scary hot.
I really want to pet the dogs. They
I
don't
know,
look
I don't-
super friendly, but I'm like, friend.
I don't
Can I
think that
pet
would
that
work.
dog?
Can I pet that dog?
Anyway,
So,
the slouching as you approach the church, the slouching centuries-old stone chapel has a bulging steeple in the back and walls lined with cracked stained glass windows depicting pious saints. A fence of wrought iron encloses a garden of gravestones next to the church, and the thin mist creeps among
Bless
the
you.
graves.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Do you all decide to enter?
sure.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, it's over for
What the
you.
fuck does that mean?
It's over. We can't actually enter this church. It's just a little
It's
bit.
so
But you
joke.
know that that's where you are.
Musical number starts. It's over for you. It's
You're dead. You're dead. You
That's
just
45
died. You made the
seconds.
right
What's that
call.
Freddy Fazbear meme? Or just him and it says, you have 45 seconds. I don't
So
even
as you
think it
enter the
says to live. Sorry.
As you enter the church, it's still morning time, so there are still a few people that are stationed here amongst the pews. That looks like they had stayed the night. There are a couple bedrolls laid out along the stone ground and along the pews. At the altar, you see a man in kind of like ornamental robes that Lucia you immediately recognize to be quite sacred. The man himself looks pretty young to be a man of the cloth. He's got some scars, notably along his face.
Would
Areas
this be
where
unusual, or is it like just like how I put it? Would this be possible, just rare, or is this like red flag?
not red flag, but relatively uncommon. For this particular station, it's
I
generally
can't judge the scars.
yeah, it's generally held. This station is generally held by men and women quite senior to the man you're seeing before you. And he kind of turns from tending the altar. He turns, opens his arms in a wide, welcoming gesture, and bows his head, and he says, "Ah, I welcome you all to the halls of the Morning Lord. You find us at a favorable time."
I will bow back.
Just remind me real quick, Lucia. Your garments, are they recognizably of this man's faith?
I would assume so. I went for the non-aesthetic 'cause hot, like
Right,
And
yeah,
she
but
would be
also like
recognizable. She also wears like the holy symbol
She does have a
sure,
symbol
sure.
of Lathander, it's true.
pretty
Yes.
openly.
So he kind of squints a little bit as he sees you from across the church, and then he beams, a wide smile on his scarred face, and he says, "Oh, come and join us. This is a monumental occasion. I haven't had many of our ilk in these halls for some time." And he kind of gestures to the pews, offering for you all to rest your weary legs, if they indeed be.
She will begrudgingly sit.
I welcome each and every one of you. I had prayed for you last night, for assistance. And here you stand. Truly, even the darkest of times, the Morning Lord bestows his gifts upon us all.
Does he now?
In ways both mysterious and otherwise. And yet I do not recognize your faces, not a single one of you. And so tell me, where do you hail from?
I hail from what would be an area? I didn't really look into the geography of the lost or Forgotten Realms,
Mm-hmm.
Forgotten Realms.
Sword Coast, I guess, or something like that.
I think the world's called Faerun, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Sword Coast somewhere, I guess. So it's not here, I guess.
Mm.
I'm
The
very
world's called
unfamiliar.
Faerun.
Typically hail from the sky.
Sorry.
That's a good one.
I've always heard it pronounced Faerun, but
It is Faerun. I just felt like being silly.
Kind of crinkles his nose at this a little bit and he says,
Not from here.
This is most singular indeed. And what about the rest of you? You look like a knight. He points to you, Lobrin.
I am
Dark
more
old
than
knight
just
next to him.
I am more than just a knight. I am a nobleman of repute. Lobrin Brokengulf, perhaps you have heard.
I've known of very few knights who are not noble people, so this is not an exceptional fact you're telling me. Although I cannot say I've heard of your name. Just the same, you are welcome in these halls.
He'll put a hand over his heart on his chest and give a slight bow of his head and just say, "You will surely hear of my name soon enough. I am here to carve a fortune in this land with my compatriots." And he'll gesture to his retainers, but also to the rest of the party as he says,
Okay. He gives you a nod. And then he turns to Twyla and he says, "What about you, my sister?"
oh, me?
Yes, you.
What does Dollop do?
Dollop is hiding in your hair right now.
Hell yeah.
Well, and I'm gonna kind of pick Dollop up and hold him out. And I'm gonna go, well, my name's Twyla Starbrook. This is my companion here, Little Dollop. And I am a student of the arcane arts. And I just seem to have found my way with these lovely folk.
So be it then. And what of you, woman of the woods? It seems to me. And he points to you, Farron.
Well, you would be correct. My name is Farron Elgrove, and these are my traveling companions. And I don't really trust you enough yet to give you more information, even so I'm not gonna say any more.
I'd love to think
You
she
just
just
say
says
that
that out loud.
Does she say that out loud?
Yes.
"Okay."
So, as you're speaking, there's kind of like a young boy on the altar who looks like he was like cleaning the dais a little bit.
An
with a
altar
rag.
boy.
Yeah. He kind of like
Oh,
comes up next to the priest and he points to you, Ark, and he says, "That one must be a knight too. He's got a helm."
Oh, that's our friend Darth Vader.
Knight of
Not in
Swords?
character, not in character.
I'm a wandering paladin.
Indeed, says the priest. And he kind of like gives you a once-over and says, "You'll forgive me for saying, but I do not recognize your effect."
Served many gods over the years, but my patron god is Helm.
I
Do I
see.
know that one?
Roll religion if you like.
Can I roll religion?
With
Sure.
a +1. I
Can
don't
I
know why
roll
that pisses
religion?
me off so much.
Yeah, sure.
I guess we're all
Oh.
Three. I don't
This
know
is
why
just a
having
straight roll for me. I'm just curious to see if I know. I touch myself.
I'll take a 15.
Oh my god, lady! In front of the Lord.
Oh, I
In
mean,
the
I'm not
Lord.
gonna. I'm not even gonna bother because
Oh,
unless,
Oh
Bryn.
my.
yeah, that's a 5. That's a solid 5.
There's a 3, there's a 3, there's a 2.
Yeah, we all did poorly. We have no idea who
Touch
Helm
yourself
is.
in front of the Lord,
I
lady.
got a
Dare you,
15. I don't know
Yes,
if that
why
helps or
not?
not.
Okay. Yes. So those of you who rolled above a 15, so just you, Winnie.
Okay.
Know that Helm is the patron god of guardians and protectors, very much a good aligned patron, called the Vigilant One.
Cool.
A god often depicted in a full suit of armor, much like a tremendous knight.
Cool.
Indeed, indeed. And
Wait, quick question when you're done. Go ahead. Sorry.
go ahead.
Because I get to add, because of my background, I have a +2 to intelligence. So does that mean in my skills that are intelligence based, I should have a 2 there?
What do you mean?
Yes.
So
Your
you're
Your
asking,
background gives you a +2 to intelligence?
I guess so. Sage?
yeah,
That's
so
what I have.
a +2 to your intelligence modifier would equal 1 extra modifier.
But Sage doesn't do that.
Yeah, no, backgrounds
No.
give you
Okay.
modifier. Unless it's a skill proficiency, but you would add your proficiency bonus, which would be plus.
So that would be a
Oh yeah,
saving.
proficiency bonus.
So I would add my proficiency bonus. Okay. Okay.
If
Does that mean you're proficient in it?
Yeah, because when I was making my character sheet with, I think either maybe Derek was in the room or Winter, like I have for a +6 for wisdom and a +2 for intelligence for saving throws because somehow I have a +2 because of my background. I remember someone telling me that.
Right
Well,
now,
here's
our
the thing is
proficiency
that-
bonus.
Yeah, our proficiency bonus is a +2.
So it's probably that you're proficient in that skill, which allows you to add your proficiency bonus.
Yeah,
But that's not a background thing. That's like a class thing, or right?
Well, some
I guess
some
so.
backgrounds grant proficiencies. Yeah,
But Sage doesn't.
doesn't.
Okay,
No,
so I
it
don't know.
doesn't.
might have been something else you got that from.
It's probably some druid something, right?
Yeah.
I'm assuming so. I think it
Oh, it
probably
gives you
is.
Arcana and History as skill.
Oh, that's what it is. You're right.
Yeah,
I have
as
I'm looking at it. I had literally have it written down. Sorry, I should have just looked a little further.
Yeah, druid is saving throws, intelligence, and wisdom, so it's a druid thing.
Yes. It's okay. So it's Arcana and History only. Okay. Sorry. Just wanted to make sure.
No problem, no problem. So, at any rate, the priest doesn't seem at all offended to have one of Ark's ilk in his hall. But then he looks amongst each of you and he says, "Indeed, you are a most singular assortment, but I am pleased to see you. I wonder, though, might I have a more private audience? I would spare some words with you."
Oh boy.
You don't have a sun locked in your basement, do you?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay. And no caged animals in there? Farron
No.
starts looking around.
What have you gotten into recently?
We've been through a
Nothing.
lot.
Just checking.
I'm gonna be giving Farron like an odd look of like, huh?
I'll
We've been
explain
through a
later,
lot,
Twyla.
Father.
Yes, I can see that. You wear it on you easily enough.
Oh, you don't say, asshole.
I don't mean any offense.
No, that wasn't in character.
Yeah,
She
but this
would not
is.
say that in character.
But this is. He says,
Already
"I
rolling
don't
up
mean
her
any
sleeves
offense."
like, you want to say that to my friend?
And as he like beckons you forth and begins making his way to a stairwell, leads to a bit of an undercroft. And as you walk, he says, "Please do not take me for being rude. Those marks of yours, they're gifts as much as anything else. They mean that you have survived, evidence of your healing. That is a gift of the Morning Lord."
Oh, even my healing. Should you just like sand her breath and just continue?
And then he reaches the base of the undercroft, where it looks as though there was a little bit of a pulpit, like an alcove where something sacred was once kept on a pedestal. The pedestal is now itself quite empty. He turns to each of you and kind of looks a bit solemn, and he says, I know this might seem quite unusual for me to be asking of a group that I have only just now met, but it was only a few nights previously that something very precious from this church was taken. And I have to ask if it would be possible for me to gain your assistance in these trying times.
Well, hold on a minute. We are here with a proposition as well.
Oberon, you're not there.
We're not
Well,
here.
no, well,
This is
hold
a
on.
private conversation.
No,
Oh wait, who did he go with?
He
I
meant
thought
a
he
private
went only
con-
with Lucia.
Oh,
So
only
I-
Lucia,
So
got
here's
it.
the thing. I
My
intended
apologies,
that to me in a private conversation with all of you.
Oh, that's
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought
that-
it was
that-
just Lucia.
that was what I initially perceived. That he
Okay, no,
brought
I
all
mean,
of us.
I didn't make that clear enough. That was my bad.
It's all right. I had picked up on that, but I guess there was some miscommunication.
No big. So
But
anyone
that's-
who wants to have joined him certainly could.
Yeah, so I was
I
just going to
would've,
say,
yeah.
we actually require a favor as well. Perhaps we can mutually benefit each other in this endeavor.
Well, anything that I have to offer you, I will certainly do.
Sanctuary for our friend here. And he's going to beckon to Irina.
Irina looks pretty sheepish in here. She's like looking around this particular undercroft.
I don't
Eyes
blame it.
for a little bit, and she steps forward, and she bows her head a little bit, and she just says, "Father." To which he kind of looks at her, bows his head in return, and says, "Sanctuary, I would offer. The thing that made this temple, these grounds safe, has been taken. The bones of one of our greater saints made this hallowed ground not long ago, and now the bones are gone.
I assume you want us to recover those?
If such a thing can be accomplished."
Do you have any idea who might have taken them? And why?
I have a suspicion.
Pray tell.
That young boy you saw upstairs was the only one I had spoken to of these bones. And so only he can know who took them. No one else could have had that information. I
That
suspect...
Did you say that young boy?
Yeah, that's what he mentioned. And he continues and he says, I suspect that there was another of my procession, a young lad named Milavaj, who might have thought to take them. That is, indeed, if Yeska, my assistant up there, told him of it.
Why would your assistant tell this Milovaj of what had occurred?
Kids will be kids.
Indeed, he's a young lad, an excitable lad, and Milavaj himself is a youth. Perhaps he thought them friends.
So you rough up a couple of youths, get back these
No.
saints' bones, and ultimately...
He wants to go
Can I
beat the
roll
shit out of his
perception?
kids.
I fully
Or
believe that you
insight?
would curb stomp a child, Lobrin.
Oh, I agree wholeheartedly.
I have no
that he
faith in you.
That
I
he would
disagree
do
with
that?
Yeah, I have
he
no
would.
faith
Oh
that you
my
have
god,
it.
absolutely not.
Oh my
You're
lord.
about to say absolutely.
No, this is not a fucked up character.
Can I roll insight to see if this guy's telling us the full truth about everything?
Sure can.
Good idea.
All right, I'm
Lucia
gonna
normally wouldn't, but her
touch
paranoia
myself.
her not self-admitted, but subconscious wavering faith is gonna have her attempt it.
So that's a 19 plus 4, so that's a 23.
19.
Hi, Gerta.
May I also roll insight?
You sure can.
Yahoo! I like how it cut
Oh.
out. Oh.
I trust this person completely.
He's a priest.
Priests
You
are
have
always
no
honest.
reason to lie.
Huh.
And
Except for the
lying
one that had the
in-
screaming person in their
Yeah,
basement.
the screaming child in the basement.
That's why Faren's inciting, because, like, she's still kind of traumatized by that.
Hey, he was a nice guy. Farron and Lucia. He seems to be earnest in telling the truth.
Okay.
He'd
He's
have
not,
no reason to
withhold-
lie, and if he lied
Yeah.
in the church, that'd probably not end well for him. But then again, if they're not sanctified, he probably could get away with it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
My brain's trying
did
to
we-
think logically about it.
Did we get his name, by the way, ever?
You didn't.
I think we did.
Yeah, we
We
still
never got your name, Father.
Yeah, what is it?
Lucian Petrovich.
That
At your
sounds like an
service.
evil name. That sounds like a very evil name.
I know.
Lucia from... God damn, y'all.
An evil name.
Hey, Lucy and Lucia.
From ECO.
Name one good person named
And she'll, like,
Lucien.
bow. Wow, damn.
Lucien.
I know, but I'm saying, damn, like,
Lucien the Chance.
You sleep rather soundly for a murderer.
it is a French. It is the masculine version of Lucia, both of which meaning light.
Makes sense.
Do your damn Latin research.
Lucien
Not
the
Latin.
Chance.
Mm-hmm.
That's my
Sorry,
that's my
I'm
last
too
name's
busy
Prometeo. It
doing
means
to do
promise.
Latin research. I'm too busy being cool.
I'm too busy fucking hunters in the woods.
That's true. Well,
You are the
would,
furthest
but
from our
it was
light.
not in the woods. I wish it was.
You're the furthest from our light.
So anyway,
Me?
the priest pipes up again. He says, "You have to understand, I would have brought this up to the lad myself had I not thought him to be a little flighty. Milavage is a temperamental sort. I don't think he'll respond well to me bringing it up. But you, strangers to this world, perhaps you would have more luck."
Perhaps.
Wait, did Lucia in character tell me I was the furthest from Lathander's light?
No.
I know what you are.
Farron would be
Lucia
so
has gay
hurt.
panic talking to you. She could never say that.
I guess we have a lot of quests, guys. Is somebody...
So we just got handed like 3 quests.
Okay,
I know.
So we finished one. One was dropping off this chick, which we
Yeah.
did.
So
Well,
then
I'm actually gonna say something about that.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna turn to Irina and just tell her kind of solemnly, and the priest has said that these grounds are not protected and consecrated at this time without the bones of the saint. Perhaps it would be best for you to remain in our company until we retrieve them, if you would be amenable to such accommodation.
She nods a little bit, and then she looks up to you and just kind of stares at a second. Seems like she's considering, and she says, "I hope you'll take no disrespect, but
Excuse
I
me.
feel as though I should stay here at least for a time.
You'd probably be safer with them regardless. You're in a town.
Yeah.
Truth be told, I don't feel safe here, but I don't think I'll feel safe anywhere in this town. And if this is where I'm meant to be, if this is what I promised my brother, then
My brain just had a thought, but it's completely out of character, so I don't know how to like ask it. But here's a fun little fact, or like a fun little theory in my brain to give everyone some unease. Vampires can't enter buildings without permission, right?
Except this one.
Except this
If
one
you
because he
own-
charms
yeah,
the
like, if
pants
you-
off of people.
No, like what I was saying. If he owns the land, isn't everything his property?
Well, yeah, pretty much.
first of all,
Huh.
just want to specify, you guys haven't seen him enter a domicile without permission.
That's true, but that's
fair.
like just like a
That's
fun
fair.
theory.
My brain's just thinking of vampires.
That's
Oh,
fair. No,
Cadillac.
yeah, it's very. That's a very.
The way
reasonable thing.
potions work is that you redeem them and you tell someone to like drink it.
Yeah,
Like,
you get to
you
pick
give,
who drinks
you
the
give Derek
potion.
a potion.
Wait, did
Just for
Cadillac
clarification, I do not drink potions. I do not partake.
Yeah, except Lucia.
I tried once.
and Favor?
It's not
And
fun.
Farron. I
Farron.
used
It was
to be
fun,
able to
but-
drink,
I thought that
but
was pretty
can't
fun.
right now.
You might, that's a reason to put it in like the clause. Put the clause in.
Did-
specifically for,
did,
like, Mariah.
Did Cadillac Jack redeem their potion that they had from last
I
time?
think they're asking.
No, they've been
I-
holding on to it.
Oh yeah, so
Yeah.
you still have one Cadillac Jack in the bank if you want to burn it on one of us.
I downed one for Cadillac
just
earlier,
say
but
who you would like.
That
to
wasn't-
you
that was from
counting,
Crimson.
That wasn't their choice.
fair enough. We'll give him a twofer.
Yeah,
But,
Cadillac,
But
you
Derek,
can
that wasn't
choose
from-
any of us right now.
One, I just
you-
wanted to drink, truth be told.
Anyone but Farron and Lucia / me.
Anyone but Farron or Lucia can.
As I hear this though, as we hear this, I'm gonna just say, safe in a town. Well, what about Strahd before? He just strolled right up to your home.
Maybe we
She
shouldn't-
like starts. She just immediately puts a hand to your face, to your mouth. This is not a thing to discuss.
I'll be right back.
The point I'm making is, regardless, there's a lot more people here. He looks like he's of the cloth as well, if not stronger than I am. So, it's safer.
I don't think it is. I frankly disagree.
At this point, agree to disagree. I think we
do-
should handle this with ourselves.
What do the rest of you think?
Well, Irina begins. If it's any consolation, I would like to stay here, at least for a time.
It's
think
not
it
like
should
we
be up
can
to
make her
Irina.
come with us. This is her decision.
Exactly.
If you feel like I'm needed, then I can come and assist in any way I can, but I've seen you do things far greater than I'm capable
If
of.
we feel you are needed, I will request your aid myself. But for now, I think we're fine.
Thank you for the
So be
sippy
it.
imposture check, Ruta.
And I
Well,
will thank you for the assistance you have given us throughout this journey.
She nods, and she looks a little solemn, but grateful as well.
Lobrin's gonna sigh and just say, yes, we can make you come with us, but do please be careful here. It does not seem like anywhere is safe right now. I've been feeling a sense of uneasiness ever since we first arrived in this land.
I think we all have, Lobrin. It's not safe anywhere, but this might be one of the safest places for her right now. With us, it's not going to
Better
be
than
that
the
safe.
forest or anywhere we're going to travel. We're going back into the woods to go get wine. I definitely
And
think
at the end of the day, it is her decision.
Obviously, I'm not going to hold her against her will, but I am saying that I know we are capable adventurers, and we're leaving her in a church that doesn't even have consecrated ground anymore.
Well, we'll fix it.
We're going to help.
Just
We're going to
because-
help fix it.
we don't need just because you have a holy relic missing doesn't mean it's completely unconsecrated.
I understand where
Sometimes-
you're coming from.
Well, he said it
Sometimes faith itself is strong enough.
was. Lobrin's gonna scoff
Right,
at this.
She's gonna like give you a really nasty look. Like it's kind of like the angriest you've seen from her towards someone that is not an enemy.
Dang.
And she's just gonna like
Lobrin-
walk off.
I understand where you're coming from, but like I said, this is Irina's decision, and it would do you best to try and not upset our party, our adventuring party, our friends.
Our
Anymore.
friends. I think you could just say friends, man.
No, yeah, Lobrin's not resisting anymore. Lobrin's just gonna put an arm on Irina's shoulder, if she'll let him, and give her like a kind of sad look, and then just walk back upstairs.
Farron wants to walk in front of Irina if she can and say, "Can you do me a favor?"
You're saying that too?
I am back.
Irina.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said Lobert.
No.
It's like very far off.
Do me a favor, Lobrin. Stop being such a massive fucking.
She kind of looks to you and nods.
Do you trust me?
More than most.
Then I want you to
Good.
close your eyes and hold out your hands. And I want you to picture your very most favorite flower in the whole wide world.
She like squints she like shuts her eyes real tight and puts her hands out. It seems like she's thinking pretty hard. She says, "Well, I don't see how you'll be able to know what I'm thinking."
No, you need to tell me.
That...
I just wanted you to close your eyes to envision it.
It would have been impressive if you had just known. I'll say that much. But
I
Lily
could
of
have
the
guessed,
Valley.
but I didn't want to guess incorrectly.
Now I'm back for real.
What's
She
her
sa-
favorite?
She says Lily of the Valley.
Okay,
Oh,
so
good
Farron is
option.
gonna druid craft the biggest
Oh, you're druid crafting these.
and
That's
prettiest. Yeah, no, there's no
I
way
thought
I'd be
you
able
just had
to.
a bag of flowers with you.
No, that's my trick. That's my trick. Don't tell people.
What are you buying?
That's my gimmick. I'm
That's
the
my
flower
gimmick.
man.
And it is going to be the biggest, most vibrant. Well, Lily of the Valleys are white. It's just going to be the most beautiful. She's going to try really, really hard to make it the prettiest thing that she's ever druid crafted. She's going to place it in her hands, and say, "Open your eyes."
She does so, looks down at her hands, and then she just kind of gasps, looks up at you, and she says, "How did you?" She looks back at the flower, and she
I
just
may
kinda,
not be able to read minds, but I do have a few tricks up my sleeve. And I
That
wanted
you
to give
do.
you that as a temporary parting gift, so that you don't forget us.
It wilts in an
Because-
hour.
No, because we won't forget you, and we'll be back for you, okay? We're gonna
She-
solve this mess, and we're gonna help you.
She's gonna take the flower and tuck it behind her ear, and she's gonna say, "Somehow I think I can trust you to carry through on that."
You have my word. I'll do everything in my power to help you for as long as I'm alive.
And she's gonna just wrap her arms
Don't
around
say
you
that.
and
That's
give you.
something people say before they die this session.
She's gonna give you
I know.
a real
Well, I don't
tight
know. I could die at any
squeeze.
second. Don't
You can drop
crush
dead of
it.
a, you can drop dead of a brain in.
No, not the flower. She's giving you a real tight squeeze. She's giving you a hug.
I'll hug her back.
She fucking destroys the
She
flower. Right
kills
in
the
front
flower.
I thought she was like squeezing like this flower. I was like, what is she doing?
of you. Right. And as you do so, the priest begins going up the stairs, beckoning you forth. And provided you follow, as he goes up the stairs, he says, "One of ours should be around these halls at some point soon, towards the afternoon. Forgive me for saying, but I don't envy this task of yours. He's got quite the temper."
Oh, I'm
Would
sure
also
it won't
like
be
to
so
say-
bad. Right,
And
Dalvin?
sudden.
Ark would also like to say goodbye to her real quick before we move on.
Okay. Well, she's right behind you, following behind you.
Okay.
Lucia will not say goodbye because she stormed off.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
How many times is the second time that Lobrin has made Lucia storm off? Lobrin, get it together.
You know what? We love a fun little
Compatibility,
party.
dude.
We love a fun little party dynamic.
I'm not mad at you, Ark. Or I'm not mad at you, Zach.
I think Lucia is mad at Zach IRL.
Nope, not.
So all of a sudden, you guys are brought back up to the altar of the chapel. And a few of the people that are kind of like staying in there, camping out in there, it looks like this small little handful, kind of looking between all of you, wondering who exactly, what nature of people you are to enter this chapel for the first time and then go down to a place none of them have ever seen. Some of them cast kind of just like wary, curious looks at you. And the father kind of steps atop the dais once more, and he says, "If there's anything that I can do for you, any way that I can assist you, you may call upon me."
Real quick, because I wanted to say a few things to
Sure.
Irina before we came upstairs.
She's on the altar right next to you.
Oh, we're already fully upstairs.
Oh, sorry. Why are you downstairs?
I
Go
was
ahead.
trying.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Ark just wanted to break off from his necklace one of his. It looks like an older one of his medallions from Helm. It looks very time worn, and say, "I hope this will give you comfort even in the darkest times." Sure, it's not going to be the last time
one
we.
in the Lathander Church.
Hell yeah, Ark.
I know this probably won't be the last time we see each other, but I hope you stay safe.
She takes
then-
it, and she kind of like. Is she able to like place it on her neck? Is it like a necklace type thing?
No, it's. I kind of broke the clasp off of it because it's on like a large necklace
Okay,
that
sure.
has dozens of them.
Then she'll just like hold it in her palm and smile at you and say, "I feel safer. And I don't think I could say that without your help."
And then Ark's gonna let her go up the stairs in front of him.
And she does so. All right. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, why don't we take a quick 10-minute pee break, smoke break, jumping jack break,
Goon break.
break
Dune
dance,
break.
Oh,
whatever you
Goon
gotta do. We will be back
All right, 10-minute break.
at 8:40.
Sounds good.
And
I never had to say this. I'm not trying to get Lucia angry at Lober. You just keep saying awful shit around her.
Knock him dead.
Not believing in the gods, I wouldn't call awful shit. It's just shit that doesn't align.
That
with
is in a
character.
church of her faith.
I mean, he scoffed.
Twist, tap twist.
All right, 10 minutes. You guys can
Alright.
bicker amongst
Uh,
yourselves in
do
the
you-
meantime.
Okay,
DM,
bye.
I need to
like-
message you about some names of characters, so and like
You
locations.
sure
recap, so I
can.
would,
Oh, gang, I feel so fucking aimless right now.
Yeah, you've got.
I
So
mean, we've
now.
just gotten several objectives.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm very interested in the child.
Ah!
destroy the child.
Let me fucking finish. Pause. Like, I love that video. Have you seen that video?
I don't know
No.
if I have.
If you're, it's like a dude in his car. He's like, if you're a parent with children, don't leave them around me. Pause.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I meant like I will teach them bad words.
That's really funny.
We had a near miss on our fucking stream last night. I felt awful about that.
Yeah, you were telling us about that.
Ooh, I'll be right back.
Ugh. It was still fun though. First fucking first level 3 hype train I've had.
I will also be right back. I need more drink.
Okay, I think I'm alone. Hello, chat. Something advertising. Subscribe to Roll for Your Lives or something. I don't know. I'm just a guest. Hi, Crimson. How are you? Glad to hear you're feeling better. I can hear Winnie. There's something fucked up in there, I just know it.
Hey, gang.
Something fucked up in there. I fucking heard you over there.
There's something fucked up in there. I know it. We gotta look at that carnival
I
wagon.
fucking heard that. I think we're gonna have an easy time with the child. Because Lucia.
Like, we're
was
just gonna, what,
also
yell
a
at him?
No, Lucia has probably some of the best experience when it comes to talking to them because she was also a youth raised in faith.
Oh, that's true.
Like, she was raised in a church.
She's probably the best one to handle that, because I feel like other people might scream at the child.
She's going to make sure Lobert is not around for it either. Faith is Lucia's shield. It was until she saw her best friend get, like, swooned by a vampire. Now she's, like, hesitant.
Hi, Gruta. Gruta, your gold box is safe and sound, right where you left it.
Yeah, because I haven't gotten paid yet, and I'm not gonna lie, I spent a lot of money on my birthday.
As you should, it's your birthday. What better occasion to treat yourself than your birthday?
I'm getting a stream thumbnail soon. I want to show you that, Winnie. Look in DM. I need to get a couple, but I wanted to get one for my friend Trapagon because they do really good stuff.
Oh, I love that art.
Damn, we're only 9 episodes in on Strahd? Damn.
Yeah, it's only 9. Oh, that looks really good. Oh.
How you holding up? Because I know you're tired as shit right now.
I'm tired, and I've had a bad stomach for like a few days, so I'm just, ugh.
Oh, sorry to hear.
That's fine. It's just tummy troubles. Who's out there
I wanna
also
go to work
knows have
tomorrow.
tummy troubles?
I don't want to fucking go to work tomorrow.
I don't blame you.
Although,
neither do
I actually am kind of looking forward to work more now that guy got demoted, because I think everyone's gonna clown on him so much.
It might be funny.
It might
Oh,
be
Gerda,
fun.
you get to play an artificer? Thank you for the hydrate, Sippy.
Sorry, that was instinctual.
You had fucking food poisoning today? That's the worst. I'm so sorry.
I don't like heavily steampunk classes or like inventory classes. I don't like alchemist and pathfinder or inventor.
I like a lot of artificer because I like the concept of like being a smith or like a potion creator because like someone's got to do it out there.
That's fair.
Like they come from somewhere.
They've never just tickled my fancy, I guess. The only exception is like gunslinger, but that's because like in Pathfinder it's not like you made the gun, it's just you're really good at using them.
Yeah.
I do like in 2nd edition they actually made gunslinger crossbow compatible.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so like you can be a gunslinger even if you're in a setting that your DM doesn't want like firearms in.
Cadillac, how is Candlekeep Mysteries?
Is that a new adventure or is that one thing that Matt wrote?
Candlekeep Mysteries is like it's a module book that I think has 5 like mini modules in it or something like that.
Oh, it's one of like the tiny episodic ones.
Yeah, it's like little episodic ones.
I wish Pathfinder did those more. The most we've had is Dark Archive. Although Dark Archive has like 20 of them.
I do.
Write
It's
your
like-
own.
Dark
Yeah.
Archive is, well, I mean, that is a plan, but I'm still in the middle of writing the damn goats. Yeah, feel free to DM me, Gruta, but like, what was I saying? Dark Archive was a really big book, and it's all about like occult stuff. It has like psychic and thaumaturgist classes. And like,
I like that.
they introduced a bunch of like, how to put it? Bunch of just like occult features, like there's now a archetype to become a vampire or become a lich, or I think that was Book of Undead. But there's aftermath feats which are really cool, which is oh, that's cool, Gruta. What am I gonna say? Aftermath feats, which is basically if you fight something and either die or get really messed up by it, you get a free feat that kind of gives you something from it. So if you
Oh.
like die to an ooze folk, you like get an ooze power.
Interesting.
Same goes for like or like ghouls and stuff.
That's kind of fun.
And what game is this?
Pathfinder.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna run a beginner box game for y'all eventually.
I'm back. That would be fun. I would like that.
Yeah, we
Like,
played
yeah, like
we
that-
played
that-
1E, but not 2E.
2E is really fun. It is much more forgiving than first edition too.
Actually, the first campaign I ever DM'd, and the only other time I've DM'd outside of the one I'm running now, was a Pathfinder 1E campaign.
My first tabletop game that I like properly played was like 5e game. Our DM was so bad it took my friends months to convince me to give it another try.
Oh.
And at that point, they convinced me to try Pathfinder, and I ended up playing a Catfolk Cleric, which hilariously was not a good build, but I loved him nonetheless. I was playing a Wisdom Cleric. Steve! Iteration 127!
I know, I accidentally popped onto the Decay Within the Ice screen. Lucy, I'm sorry, you've been replaced with iteration number 127.
I don't blame him.
You have to give us your best numbers impression.
Who, me?
Not anyone.
Oh, well,
Oh,
it looks as though we're about to go fight some vampires. That's the best I can do.
Oh, Crimson, thank you for gifting a sub to Cadillac Jack.
Nice.
It's very kind of you, thank you. Welcome to becoming a tavern patron.
What would you guys do if you were handed a lunchbox, right?
Oh boy.
What?
And you were thinking, okay, I'm getting a cool, tasty sandwich, and you open it up, and it contains a quasar.
A quasar? What the?
It just has a quasar in it.
What is
yeah.
a quasar?
It's like a star one step before a black hole.
I thought a quasar was like
Oh.
a black hole that had reached its maximum capacity for like,
Oh, you might be right.
and then released all of its matter in like one gigantic blinding. That's why like they're supposedly like the brightest things in the universe, right?
I'm looking it up now.
Quasar is extremely luminous, active galactic nucleus. It is sometimes known as a quasi-stellar object, abbreviated QSO. What is it in simple terms? A subclass of active galactic nuclei.
That was not a simple term.
Extremely luminous galactic cores where gas and dust falling into a supermassive black hole.
Oh, so the black hole's
Emit-
still there.
Yeah, they
Okay.
emit electromagnetic radiation across the entire electromagnetic spectrum.
And that's
So,
just
yeah,
in a
that-
Is a
lunchbox.
quasar just a
Yeah.
black hole? Yes, a quasar is a black hole, but not just any black hole. It is a supermassive black hole that is growing rapidly by gorging on huge amounts of cock gas.
Supermassive black hole by Muse just starts playing.
You're my favorite person here. Jared.
So yeah,
To
what
make
would
it
you?
exciting while I was reading it.
So yeah, what would you
The
do
back
if
rooms,
you
I said a fair
opened-
word. Key
I would put my head in. Well, I technically wouldn't do anything but get sucked into it.
I think
So
we'd
no,
all
that-
just fucking die.
I would
My
just,
friend
I
did a
would
really
die.
funny, like, how do I put it? It was like a really weird, like, wordplay thing they did. Like, I'm not sure if it'll work, but I'll give it a try. How would you feel if, like, a truck was coming at you?
Happy.
Relieved.
I would jump out of
Okay.
the way.
Potential.
Relieved
Audrey,
that I
Au-
wouldn't,
Audrey,
that,
Audrey.
that my mom...
Freedom.
I asked how you would feel, not what
I
would
wouldn't
you do.
feel. I would act.
I
That was
would-
like the point of the test. They'd say that you would act first rather than think about how you felt.
Oh no, I would
Like,
just
this
feel...
is a dumb- this
Oh
is
no,
a
I would feel
dumb fucking
relieved.
test.
I'd be like, finally, a way I can leave this planet without making my mom too sad.
Jesus Christ.
And if a
I
tank
would
Damn.
I would feel the
crashes in.
same way.
That's not
always.
good. Are you okay?
Your
No.
sign.
With pleasure.
When the Five
Baby
Nights at Freddy's
die.
Now I'm
bus
concerned.
crashes in.
We have to
Well,
make
at
it funny
least the
now
bus
so we
isn't
don't get
Freddy
suspended on
Fazbear.
YouTube, our
But if
YouTube
it
and
were Freddy
Twitch.
Fazbear, the bus would be wearing
Wait, you have to make a
top
joke
hats
after that?
and serving pizza.
I would actually start thinking about which fantasy world I'm going to be isekai'd into.
You know my favorite my favorite TikToks, and I can't find the genre TikTok there, but they're so funny to me. They're like the videos of someone playing like BMG Drive and they're getting in the car crash, but it's like stitched. They're like, okay, I'd be in like the left seat, and then I'd move. Like they're just saying how they would survive this ordeal. Like, couldn't
All
be
right.
me.
We're 2 minutes past. Is everyone back?
Yeah.
No.
I think so.
No.
Does this
Forgive me
include?
for having fun with my friends, Jared.
Everyone always
Zach, are
gives
you
me
back?
shit for
Yeah, I've been
rambling
back.
at the beginning
Okay.
of the session.
You didn't hear me singing the Smiths earlier?
I did.
Oh
I
yeah,
just- I
yeah,
assumed-
I went off
I
that
assumed
with
that
you.
was the
Duh.
I assumed that was the ghost of Morrissey just coming onto our screen. for a second.
Might have been.
Which it would be really weird because Morrissey's alive, but
Right.
Maybe they're just able to show up anywhere they want at any time.
Maybe.
Morrissey shouldn't have that kind of power. He doesn't deserve
he
it.
does not deserve it. No, you're
Also,
right.
Cadillac Jack, that's sick.
Oh hell
Anyway,
yeah.
Griffin mount.
hmm
Oh hell yeah! Next time we do Decay
having
Within the Ice, Cadillac, you need to ask our friend Gonzo, who plays Humi, about Flyboy.
Oh
always
yeah,
thought
ask
it was-
Kumi about
I
Flyboy.
always thought it was Woomy. I'm not
Woomy?
lying.
I
I
know.
always
Woomy?
thought it was Woomy.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind
Ooh.
of want a flying broom for Elvira.
That'd be really cute.
That'd be really fucking cool.
They're not
let's
that
continue.
uncommon, I don't think.
And
Yeah,
yet
they're
we
not
can't
crazy,
get
rare.
Loper into fucking horse.
In a campaign I'm
Heck,
watching,
okay.
this ranger got herself. Well, she stole it. She stole a broom, and so when she's often up in the air,
I know
taking
exactly the
range
one.
It's
shots
critical
from
role.
above.
Everyone knows it's critical role.
I know. I didn't want to say it, like you know.
Is it
That's the
Thursday
only-
yet?
In this one,
It's Thursday right now.
it is Thursday.
way.
Anyway.
Wow, we're competing with Critical Role and have 15 viewers. Suck on that, Matt Mercer.
Hey, no!
Oh god.
I love them
I'm
so
kidding,
much.
I'm kidding.
Matt Mercer's
Um,
in the chat.
Flyboy.
here.
I love that Mercer.
No,
Yeah,
I have a-
Anyway,
however.
anyway,
Yeah.
let's
What-
go
what-
actual on this.
Let's get
Philip
back to the
Rada-
campaign.
He just
No, we're
raped
done.
us.
We're done.
Fuck
Let's
you.
get
We're
back to this.
Can I say one thing
And
about
Yeah.
Gruda's comment?
Go ahead.
So I played an artificer one time, and his plan was to craft a bunch of brooms of flying,
Phew.
and then link them all together
Yes,
to create a
thank you.
giant floating platform.
That's just a raft.
Yeah, a
flying
raft
raft.
made of brooms of flying.
You told me
Anyway.
about this. Anyway.
All right. So
Anyway.
you guys are up back at the chapel. I've been informed Milovaj will be arriving soon. You've said your goodbyes. Some heartfelt to Irina. How do you proceed?
Back to the
Do
tavern.
you think it's time to
meet our
check out the
friend.
carnival wagon?
Lucia.
Yeah, he said he'd wait for us.
Dollop, you hear that? We're gonna look at a carnival wagon. Aren't you excited?
He kind of does like he buffets his wings multiple times. It goes.
Like our
I don't know
bird
what
does
that
when she does her
means.
evils.
Yeah. Just assume every bird does that now.
I don't know what that means.
That
Like
means
puppet
he's
doesn't
feeling
got me
very.
mad.
He's feeling excited.
Oh, okay. He's stimming.
I'm gonna look at Dollop and go, Are you excited? Is that what that means? Okay, thank you.
Says I
Are we
portray this.
are we going to the carnival wagon now, or are we gonna?
Well, we
talk
have to go
the...
speak to the fellow at the tavern because he is the owner of the cart, the carnival cart.
Luc-
It's not a carnival.
Lucia will hang back for a minute.
I'm gonna look
When are we
around for
gonna-
the cart.
Farron ain't letting that happen.
When are we
I'm just gonna waddle her
investigating
way
the
over here.
missing bones?
Imagine also
after-
today as well.
We have a lot of
We
stuff
sort
to
of
do
have
today.
three quests. We want to look at the cart, we want to investigate the bones, and we want to
Why?
Well, consider
Help-
the wine, but we have to be in town for that festival.
yeah, but
Sure.
we want to be in
Big
town for that
priority.
festival.
Okay.
But
Anyway.
they probably
So
want
for-
wine for the festival now.
Yeah.
But I asked the guy to wait like an hour, and I don't want to miss like an opportunity. I don't want to miss a chance to see his cart. But I
Yeah.
also want to go over to Lucia to see how she's doing.
All right.
As
You
you're
guys-
walking back, sorry, I was just gonna say Lobrin is kind of sad.
Oh.
And he's just so Bruno, and he's like, I thought she was the one, Bruno.
I fucking knew Logan. I fucking knew it.
You fucking, I can't
I
say
knew
that
that's
was
the
with-
reason part of the reason he wanted her to stay is because he liked her.
Can Art walk up and do like one of those like little like slap across the back of the head things?
You can.
Just a little
Whereas-
like,
Yeah, Lobrin
Whereas-
deserves
But
that.
not hard enough to hurt. Just like a little,
just a little
you know.
smack.
Yeah.
Knock some sense into him. She's going through trauma, and he thinks she's the one.
No, that's the exact thing.
As you do that, Lobrin just begins quiet crying.
No!
Get it together, man.
Oh
We
my
were there
God.
to escort her to safety. She's dealing with a lot of stuff right now.
Hey, listen, he's just going through a lot right now. Don't pay them any mind. You'll run into all sorts of lovely lasses while we're here. I imagine this valley's chock full of them. When you
Yeah.
come past the...
What a horrible
Yes,
thing to
yeah.
say.
I'll get over it eventually.
I'm glad I'm not there right now.
Elizabeth is just
Perhaps
kind of like...
things will go better for you during the festival.
Elizabeth is just got her
Does
nose
Farron
stuck
hear
up in the
any
air
of
right
that?
now.
Because she is seriously considering chucking a firebolt at Lobrin's head.
where's
I would-
Lucia?
Me, so I doubt we'd be around.
It's kind of whispered. I imagine
Probably not.
probably not. You might
But
have gotten word
Farron
if
knew.
you were
Farron
with it.
fucking knew. She knew in her heart that's why he was doing that. She ain't stupid.
Is there-
Anyway.
Is there a
That
confession
really
booth?
wasn't the only reason I was doing that. But
No, no, I
even
know,
in
I
character,
know.
But yeah.
But I knew
sounds like
that you had a
what-
crush.
there.
It was obvious.
Go ahead. What was the question?
Is there a confession booth around? Is that a thing here?
You didn't see one in the chapel in any way. You guys are just departing the chapel now. Is that
She
right?
need to be looking around, like she hasn't left.
Sure. It's mostly just like a wide open chamber. There's an altar and pews. No confessional booth.
But she'll just go to one of the pews and just try silently praying for a bit.
Okay.
Oh,
Alright.
Farron's gonna feel awkward now because she ran up after you.
No, you're fine, you're fine.
I'm gonna wait until you're done praying. I'm just
She'll
gonna
open
stand
an
there.
eyebrow and just like, or she'll open an eye and just like stare at you. Need something?
Just checking to see how you're doing.
We're alive, so better than normal.
That seems to be a reoccurring thing that you say. But how are you feeling?
Not great. Not great.
Do you want to talk about it? I mean, it seems like you're probably talking about it to your god, but you could also
Or
talk
just-
about it with me if you needed.
It may feel, I feel a bit strange saying it like this, especially in a place as holy as this, but at times when I talk to him, can't help shake the feeling I talk to a wall. No real answer. Just the conclusion of, I should feel better now. But that hasn't really been helping lately.
I think that the gods have a funny way of helping us in times of need. And I know you're struggling right now. And I'm sure he's watching over you, but maybe what you should focus on is more than anything is, what's right in front of you. Your friends. We're here for you as well. I don't want you to feel like anytime you're going through something, you have to turn to your God and that you only have your God to seek comfort with. I want you to know that you can seek it within us as well.
I'll consider. Thank you. I feel like you're one of the only people I can talk to directly.
You can talk to any of us, really. Well, maybe not Lobrin.
Not Lobrin.
He's pretty... Yeah, he's a little tactless sometimes, but Twyla, she's a really good friend of mine. I think you'd really like her. And I know Ark is wonderful. Lobrin, I know deep down is a good person, but he can be difficult. The point is, we're all here for you. Especially me. And I don't want you to feel like you don't have anybody but your God to look to for help when you need it.
I appreciate the words. I think I'm finished praying now.
Okay. And I guess I'll just turn around and wait to see if she gets up.
She'll get up.
Then I guess we can walk out together. Yeah, I wouldn't want to just turn
As
around
you
and
guys
leave
are
you.
walking out, can I have each of you roll a perception check, or give me your passive perception? Your choice.
I'm gonna roll
okay.
for it. But I'm gonna touch
DM,
myself in this church.
I would like to say that I cannot be surprised.
Okay. Thank you for
This
that.
is true. You are very alert, as some would say. That is a
I would
natural
like to
one.
use my inspiration.
Yeah, that is a inspiration. Where is perception? Where the fuck is perception?
And I also touched myself, so that's gonna be a plus 3.
Did you touch
so
yourself before
19.
talking to me?
In the church.
Wall
This
yeah,
is
I
twice
said I
in the
touched-
church.
I did say
Where
I
is
touched myself
perception?
in
I'm
this
blind.
church.
Oh, there it is.
I got a
You
19.
rolled
which is
low on
good
your
'cause my
perception to
passive is
find
16,
perception.
so it's better.
Yeah, that's
Top
a weird
20.
guidance
Ooh.
check.
20.
Blasted
Plus a
fucking
20.
20.
Hell yeah, that's what we like to see.
Indeed, that is nice. All right, you all immediately die. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Rock hits you.
Farron and Lucia, as all of you are walking out of the chapel, you notice that there's a bit of bustling on the street. People are going back and forth. Everyone's doing something, preparing for the festival or making their way about the day. Some people with like small little carts of goods or produce, what have you. Some people bringing along like a donkey here and there. And yet there's one person who stands at the far end of the street who just seems to stare at first at the chapel and then at you. They're not moving very much. They're just standing there watching. And more peculiar still, it is a dwarf.
Okay.
Do we
That's
have a
all.
description?
Yeah, it is a stocky female dwarf, silver hair, kind of a blank look on her face. Almost like-
Distinguishing garments? Is she also of the cloth, or?
No, she's wearing leathers, dark leathers, in a bit of a gray shawl-like cloak. She
Good to
just
know.
mostly looks relatively ordinary.
I'm gonna
But-
hold her gaze.
This is the first dwarf you've seen in Barovia.
That is
Besides
an
Brunor.
interesting point,
I'm gonna
actually.
have a stare off.
Brunor
with
is
her.
not from
We're
Barovia.
not from Barovia.
But he is in Barovia.
Don't forget about Brutal.
Don't make fun of their wording. I got the point they were trying to make. You made an awesome point, Derek.
Can I have a stare off with him?
You sure can.
Does she look away, or he? You said she?
Yep, and she's staring right back at
I
you.
will make a mental note of their like appearance, but I will like not acknowledge them.
So we happened to notice her looking at us first.
She was looking at the chapel, but as you exited, she began staring directly through you.
Out of
Like
curiosity.
through me, like
Through
not really looking at me, but looking through me.
A little bit of both. Like there's a definite observation, and yet there's something like kind of dazed about this person.
I'm gonna start walking towards them. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna start walking towards them. What do they do?
They immediately begin walking in the crowd and just walking away from you down the street.
How far away? Can I catch up?
I don't think antagonizing anyone. is a
They're
good
about
idea
they're
right
about
now.
15 feet back.
Do I have eyesight on them?
You do for now. They're getting into a bit of a crowd as they get closer towards the
Favorite.
square.
She'll like it was kind of like a hushed tone trying to get her attention.
Oh, what? What?
I don't think immediately antagonizing strangers is going to be a thing that's going to help us. We're new faces, especially some of us look a bit unusual.
Yeah, but I don't know. I got a weird feeling from her. I don't know.
I'm sure things will be fine.
Yeah, I guess.
All right then. And you all make your way back to the frickin' Blue Water Inn. Is that right?
Yeah, we're gonna check out Carnival.
Sure.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna make you change your map because it sounds like you won't be there long. You make your way in, and he's still
changed
sitting
my
right
map,
there,
but,
writing in his damn parchment. With his spectacles on, he's going. And as you enter, he goes, "I was wondering how long it would take you."
Sorry for the wait, good sir, but we are now here to see your wagon.
All right, well, I can lead you to it easily enough. And he kind of pushes himself back from his table, stands up, stretches his arms over his head. Looks like he's a little silvered, like he needs a second to stretch out, get all limber. As he heads out of the tavern once more, leads you out towards the other end of town. At this point, you're passing the exact area where you had seen the procession of what was presumably Baron and Baroness, Burgomaster and Burgomastress? I don't know. As well as their strong-looking ally.
Orgo Empress? I don't know.
Until eventually, you reach the stockyard. And the large stockyard seems to have several locked sheds along its periphery and lies adjacent to a roomy warehouse. A wooden sign above the front gate reads, Arresk Stockyard. Parked at the south end of the stockyard is a sturdy carnival wagon, its colorful paint peeling off. Faded lettering on its sides spell the words, Octavio's Carnival of Wonders. A heavy padlock secures the back door. He says, "All right now, come one, come all, but don't step too close. It's a little bit, in disrepair."
I get as close as I can without making him uncomfortable to my proximity of the wagon.
Hold on, so you approach the wagon?
Not like, well, yeah,
Why'd
I'm
you
gonna
ask
walk
like
up
that?
to it. I want to
No,
see
no.
the wagon.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
I'm gonna instill paranoia in you with this.
I know. I was like, what the
Wait,
fuck?
hold on. This whole time, have you been
I'll say-
breathing the air?
Yeah, I'm gonna, like,
And not Ark.
I don't breathe.
Okay, everyone but Ark. I'm gonna need. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so as you grow a little bit closer to it, Farron, the wagon suddenly lurches as though something big has thrown itself against the inside wall. You hear the cracking of wood, the scraping of metal, and the snarl of something inhuman.
What do you have in there?
Upon closer inspection, you see that the sides of the wagon are spattered with dry blood.
Oh.
And he just kind of like, he clears his throat a little bit and he says, excuse me. No, please don't pay that any mind. That's just
no.
No.
It's a companion of mine and part of the
Good
entertainment.
job. We should
She's
Are
been-
not
they
be
friendly?
She's, well, friendly to the right person. But she's been cooped up for some time, so please keep your distance. That's for your safety now.
Can I
What,
roll perception to try to see what it is?
Sure.
Yeah.
Can I?
Also?
What it is?
Can I roll nature to perceive what like animal that screech was?
All of you roll what you're going to roll.
So what kind
Never
of
mind
Touch
perception.
myself.
Okay, I'm
creature
way
is
better at
this?
perception.
Oh my
This
god,
companion
natural
of yours.
20.
Oh hell yeah!
Natural 20.
Hell
20s.
fucking yeah, let's
Two
go.
nat 20s.
I'm not even gonna. Do I even need a roll at this point?
Probably.
No.
Well, you certainly can if you want.
Just
but-
because we figured out doesn't mean we'll relay that.
Yeah,
Lucia-
I'll roll. I'll roll. why not?
Starting with Lucia, you know that is a. It sounds like a very large cat.
Tea.
Winnie, what you can tell from the way this moved, and from just like the sudden lurch of it, it's very feline in the way it moves. And not only that, but it seems heavy. Like this thing's got weight to it.
Okay, yeah. What's the fucked
That's
up
a big ass
twist of a-
tiger.
Who's
the fucked
Winnie?
up
That's
twist of a fucking
Twyla.
Yeah,
tiger?
you keep calling me witty.
Oh, sorry. I'm literally reading off of the off of the.
Oh, it's because my name entails fire.
Um,
That's okay.
and it just says she's not gonna harm anyone. She's quite friendly to me, and if she's friendly to me and I'm friendly to you, then you have nothing to fear.
What kind of cat is that?
Here, take a step or two back, and he takes the cover off the wagon. And what you see before you,
Cover your eyes, Dollop.
Dollop is already like behind your neck, and like you can feel a slight tremble. What you see before you is a saber-toothed tiger
Holy
in
shit.
what looks to be
Fuck.
custom-made half plate.
Oh
So we
shit.
can now turn
What?
into yes.
Oh yeah, because they're low enough CR, I think, right?
Yeah, I gotta see. I have to see the creature. So Farron's just like, fuck yeah.
That's quite
Listen-
impressive. What's their
listen.
name?
I haven't named her yet, to be honest with you.
You haven't named him?
What? How long have you had her?
A couple months.
And you haven't given her a name?
Well, I keep thinking it'll come to me, and then it never does.
Maybe she already has one.
At this point, Ark is gonna walk up to Feyre and say, "I know there's a spell that some druids have that allow you to converse with animals and beasts. Do you happen to have that?"
No.
I'm gonna
I
pull.
considered taking it too, and I didn't.
Now listen, I need each of you to promise me you'll tell no one what you've seen here. I'm taking care of the lass.
Yeah,
We haven't
yeah,
killed
yeah.
anything.
Farron,
Oh, what?
This is illegal.
Can I roll animal handling to try and like approach the kitty and perhaps not have them lunge at me and try and kill me?
Rictavio is standing between you and the wagon at this point.
Oh,
Any attempt
damn
to
it.
approach, he would put his arms out and say, "Whoa, all right
Art-
now."
Ark is gonna ask, "Seen what?"
Yeah.
I like the cut of your jib.
I'm gonna
I
pull
just-
Dollop out and go. Dollop, can you talk to cats?
Wait, if I
Is all you
if
hear
I
from-
wild shape into a saber-toothed tiger, then can I communicate?
No, because that's not you. Like it isn't like Disney rules where animals can just talk to each other.
Damn it! I wish
is
I
really
could
funny, though.
communicate.
I'm afraid there's no talking to this thing. At least
That's a
not
good
yet.
question, though.
Yeah, even points for creativity.
So how
And
does
what can she
It's
use
the
those
worst
points
Disney movie. It is a fucking Disney movie.
the show work?
Well, truth be told, I haven't had a show in a good long while. So, there isn't one right now. Best show you can get is the one that I give at the Blue Water Inn, where I regale people with stories.
Don't
That
phrase
seems
it like that.
popular enough. Well, excuse me.
Do you have any interesting knickknacks in here for sale?
Okay, we're getting like, and Lucio kind of just said we're getting sidetracked. What is the main objective here again?
What did we remember from the fortune about this place?
That something is not as it
I'm not-
seems.
Out of character. So something is not as it seems. Okay.
That's what I remember.
Anybody want to ponder on that?
Well, that's why I asked him how does it work, but he didn't answer my question.
Yeah, he avoided it.
How did? Yeah. You
My
just said-
friend said, "How does it work?"
I didn't really mean now. I meant with the tiger. You said she's part of the show.
I
does
said
it
she's
work?
part of the entertainment, not
And
part
how
of
does
the
that
show.
work?
Well, you show people a large beastie and they say ooh and ah.
What's the armor for?
Yeah, exactly.
The armor's for her protection.
For her protection.
I'm
What
gonna
do you mean?
insight that.
I would also.
He feels
Yeah.
like I feel like he's omitting information here.
Well, it looks impressive, doesn't it?
Is
Still
it well
insane.
made, out of curiosity?
Yeah, I'm still inciting that. I'm still, I'm
it's
touching
not.
myself
It's
in front
not
of
like. It's not like
14.
master craftsman level, but it's impressive in its own right to have armor made for a saber-tooth.
On a tiger, yeah. That part by itself is still pretty impressive.
Mm-hmm.
I also rolled a 14 with the
And
guidance.
that's a 2.
I got a 22.
Oh,
Net 20.
nice job.
All right.
I have an character theory, but I'll save it.
Okay.
Mhm.
So, yeah, jeez, Ark. Ark, in particular, you know that something's not adding up here. To fashion a beast like this would be danger and money spent just to make it look impressive. There are other ways to make gigantic
I
tiger look impressive.
am going to use. Sorry, 1 second. My
You can't piss him off.
my channel divinity feature to give myself a +5 bonus to charisma checks. And then
Do that shit.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to question and say, I don't mean to pry too terribly much into your affairs, but it's highly unusual to outfit a beast of such temperament with armor merely for entertainment. I would hope that you can maybe tell us a bit more about, why you've done such a thing.
Also,
Well,
like, you have a potion to take.
I told you clear enough already. It looks impressive, and if we find ourselves in a scrap, she can defend me better.
Well,
That was
These
with a
lands are
19 persuasion?
dangerous.
and then that's another +5 to that.
A 19 plus 5? Damn, Mark.
24 for persuasion.
Indeed.
To
Indeed.
tell me more information.
And what he said was, looks impressive and can help me in a fight.
So you use it
Okay.
for your protection as you travel, then?
When needed.
I'll accept that answer for the time being. Further questions will wait.
Can I roll another
That's me out of
insight?
character.
Is
It
this the
is-
thanks I get for showing you some of the...
That was
Nope.
out of character.
Okay, fine.
Can I roll another insight into his what he said about like the protection bit, or would I still be using the one I?
Yeah, I'm gonna say that this is rolling off of that. The same. I'm not gonna have you roll insight on everything he says.
All right.
I just want to say, well, then. Oh, go ahead.
I was just wondering if he's telling the truth with that that statement that he made about being for his protection.
He begins putting the cover on it again, and the tiger just like is kind of like rearing back in the corner of this little pen, does not look happy, and its eyes are locked on you, the party. It's like almost like it's waiting to spring, until all of a sudden it's covered up once more. Octavio
Was he
Octavio-
telling the truth?
turns back to you only. He says, "Remember, not another word." And it seemed like the phrase was truthful, but not everything.
I doubt it's inaccurate that he uses it for protection, but the armor makes me think that the animal is of use in some sort of way for the show.
I don't mean to pry too terribly much.
And we will not
I-
further.
I know how dangerous these animals can be, and I want to make sure that, well,
We're
everyone's
just
safe.
wary. First time we've seen something like that.
Indeed.
Back to the job.
Damn it! I really wish I took speak with animals. I almost
That would have made
did.
this like
Well-
way too fucking. Okay, my concern at that point was if we spoke with it probably would have upset him.
I mean, he probably would have seen it, magic be done in front of him. But
Yeah.
I just want to ask, and why were you so keen to show us this? Especially if you don't want us telling anyone else
We
about it.
asked.
Yeah, but he didn't have to be like, yeah, come over here and I'll show you my caravan.
Yeah.
Well, truth be told, because you seem like-minded, kin to me, outsiders, in a place that doesn't get many outsiders. Oddities, and a land of far too many typicals. Dark.
Are you
typicals.
She kind of like
also an
her,
outsider?
her nose kind of shrivels when like he says we're like-minded.
Where are you from, if not from Barovia?
I'm from many places, but certainly from Barovia the least.
Oh, you're from outside Barovia then?
Indeed,
That's what I was
am.
saying. Like that's why he says like he trusts us because we're like both outsiders.
So you're well traveled then?
I've been all over the Sword Coast, everywhere from Baldur's Gate to Waterdeep, Moonshae to
He
Lorette.
said the thing.
Oh, Moonshae, you say?
I've Baldur's Gate 3 for the Nintendo.
Oh.
Have you been to a Lusk?
For a short time, I passed through.
How's it doing? It's been a few centuries since I've been back to my old hometown, but
A bit of a backwater, if I might
You
say.
ever been to Detroit?
You probably, you
it
probably
was both
have
a
seen
pack of
it
camels.
in better conditions than myself.
Better, worse. The passage of time tends to change things drastically, in my opinion.
Did we ever get this guy's name?
Yeah, we did.
His name is Rictavio.
Rictavio, that's right.
Rictavio,
Is
Rictavio.
there a picture of him that you could post in the NPC?
Sure can.
Oh yeah, does he have a picture?
Yeah.
Picture.
Also, Ark, I don't know if you saw, but Gruta redeemed a potion for you.
I did, and I took it. It is a
Out of game. Holy shit, we got way too
excellent.
sidetracked. We should not piss this guy off until after we do his quest.
Well, this is his quest. What do you mean?
He didn't ask
The
us to do
quest-
anything.
The quest
There
is
is no
mainly-
quest.
Isn't the? I thought the thing was he was helping us do the wine.
No.
No, this was
no,
this is
no.
different.
No, this is like a whole separate thing.
That was the
I
Okay,
just
my
want to
bad.
see. I
Okay.
just wanted to ask him if he had any other interesting oddities.
Oh, he's
in
cool
his
looking.
Caravan besides
Oh,
the
interesting.
beast.
I like his hat.
Perhaps someday you'll have to tell me about your travels.
Whoa, he's hot.
and where you've been.
No, put it back. Pull it back up there.
You
I-
made it seem like he was some old man. He's hot.
He's silvered. He's definitely silvered.
He's an elf?
Yeah, he looks to be a half elf.
How old is he?
With
How old are
elves,
you?
with elves, it's tricky, but in human perspective, he looks like he's like close to 50s.
Oh, that's not bad.
Probably about 500.
Well, he's a half
Pretty
elf.
hot.
Oh, he's a half elf.
So he's
Yeah.
like,
I didn't notice until right now, but you're pretty hot. Just
You
wanted
just-
to throw that
you
out
say-
there.
You say that in character?
Yeah. I didn't notice it really till just now, but
Lucia like rolls her eyes like heavily.
He chuckles and casts you a crooked grin and tips his hat. Says, "I haven't gotten that one in a minute."
I'm gonna pick
you got
up
any
Dollop and
interesting
go.
oddities in there besides the
Right. You had asked as much. I'm sorry. And he kind of runs his fingers along a beard he doesn't have. And and he says, "Well, I've got all sorts of oddities, bits and bobs from my travels. Some of which
And-
more valuable than others, since they came from outside the valley.
anything for sale?
I'm not a merchant."
I couldn't persuade you otherwise.
Roll
Not
persuasion.
even just. Okay, I'm gonna touch myself.
Jesus, with the
May
advantage,
the
I guess.
power of me guide me.
right in front of this guy. He's probably
Right
just like,
after
"What
you
the fuck
told
are you
him
saying?"
you thought he was
He
hot.
just sees you casting magic on yourself.
Oh, even if I rolled a 4,
It's a
that's
visible
only.
effect, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, it
it's
is.
verbal and somatic and everything, so it's
Yep.
it's not like it's.
But I'm saying, may the power of me guide me right in front of him.
That's
He's
gonna
like,
have more consequences in character from here on out. Anyway.
"Damn it!"
Like now that we think about it,
Imagine if every time you went to do anything, make any attempt to convince anyone, you just like did a quick genuflection and going, "Oh, yo."
it's like how
A
your
little
character-
glow like comes out of your hand or something.
It's like how your companions get mad at you in Baldur's Gate when you cast friends on them, and then the spell effect ends, and you're.
Well,
Yeah,
that's how it's
yeah.
supposed to work.
Are you sure you don't want to give me some of your pizza?
Maybe you could just play it off as being.
Favorite would do.
Maybe you could just play it off as being socially awkward, so you need to like psych yourself up for every social interaction.
Yeah, I could. I probably fucking could.
That'd be really
He's gotta
funny.
be
Well,
smarter
anyway,
about
I
it.
definitely didn't roll a high enough persuasion
That
check.
or just get the
so-
meta magic feat.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Oh,
So he
yeah.
kind of,
Wait,
he
can
kind
you
of
do
like,
that?
If
or
I
is
show
that
you my
magic
boobs,
switch
then
on?
will you show me your oddities?
You tell him that?
You say it's
Yeah.
in game.
Yes.
there are things on that wagon far more dangerous to show than a nice pair of yams. Let me put it that way.
As
Yams!
you say- when you say that,
Oh,
Lucia,
Whoa.
Villains,
Whoa.
baby!
how do I put this?
Yellin'.
When Favorite says that, Lucia will kind of like shift herself to somewhat be looking at Favorite.
Listen, Farron's getting,
Some of that
Farron's
bombastic
getting
side
annoyed.
eye.
She wants to see the oddities. It was her last straw and it failed and it's fine. But she did say that I don't have yams. These are melons. She
Can I
turns
get
away.
to the yams?
Can we get that as an emote?
No.
Would Twitch
No.
allow that as an emote?
Yeah, the
Probably
campaign,
not.
The
That's not
campaign
gonna
is
get
over.
allowed.
The campaign's over. We're done.
We're done.
Yeah.
Everybody go home. That's it. I just have one more question for him as we go to, I guess, plot.
After this whole interaction.
If I show you my boot, no, I'm kidding. So
Sold!
everything. I'm gonna ask him. I'm gonna actually ask him. I know there's a sort of festival coming in town shortly. Is your animal friend going to be there at all, making any sort of appearance?
No, she certainly will not. If I have my way about it, no one in this town will know about my little friend here.
I will.
Okay, just so you know, we may not be getting that emote, but that is definitely gonna be the clip I edit.
Fucking
I was-
called him
I'm done. I'm
Thank
done.
you,
I have
Farron,
no
for yet again providing more content to the Roll for Your Lives TikTok.
There you
I guess I'll
Uh,
pick Dollop up and I'm just gonna hold him and I'm gonna go, maybe one day we can figure out how to turn you into one of those. Would you like that, buddy?
He
Yeah.
flips his feathers. He flips his feathers, but kind of like nibbles your wrist in a kind of semi-aggressive way that says no.
Ow. Okay, okay, not Sabretooth, you got it. You know, Loper needs a horse. You wanna be a horse?
He bites you harder.
Ow!
What
Okay,
the-
sorry.
Twyla.
That's what Faerun will do to Lobert if he ever asks her to wild shape into a horse for him. She will bite him.
What is
Well, Dollop,
magic
I like
school-
you
what
better as
magic
my
school
little
is Twyla
buddy.
again?
I'm a
What
blade
was-
singer.
what-
Gotcha.
go.
She sings to her blade and it becomes magic. Or something.
Thank you for the hydrate, Sippy.
Hey, I had an idea. I might do something, but that's later after stream.
Okay.
I guess
okay.
now, what was our next course of action?
Well, should we check out the bones?
The bones and the wine.
Yes, the
Yeah.
bones I think
bones.
take precipice over the
Precedent.
wine. Precedent, sorry.
Close enough.
I'm glad to have been of assistance.
God, I
now,
felt like you were my mother right there. She used to do that to me all the time growing up.
now if you need
I mean,
me,
precipice is hilarious,
I'll
but...
be at the Blue Water Inn.
Perhaps next time we can talk a bit more. It's been a while since I spoke to someone who's also spent their lives traveling the Sword Coast. Good to trade stories from time to time and see how people are doing or places.
He kind of tips his hat to you.
Lobern's a little jealous of this, so he's going to interject before the other guys a chance to go. I'm also I am also an adventurer who's been to locations around areas of.
Location
Some of you might hear Ark just like gently sigh under his breath.
Hmm. All right, and with that, he makes his way down the road, not really making any time.
Well, I think we have bones to suss out.
I've got a bone to pick with you.
Sometimes several.
Anyone says that, Lucia will slap them because that is like making fun of like a holy saint.
It's true. Saint
That is
Andrew's
true.
bone.
They're making fun of
Yeah.
your pope.
Careful, Faerun.
That's
we
why
know you're
Lober got
probably gonna
pissed.
make
That's
a lot
why
of
she got
bone
pissed at
hits.
Lober when she scoffed at the concept of faith working.
Mhm.
Not helpful when she's already having a crisis.
Of faith.
Take that back to r/atheism, okay?
Logan would be a redditor.
Maybe.
Oh my god.
You're completely correct in that assessment.
So where do we need to go for the bones again? That was like back at the church?
You have to find Milovich, but the altar boy might know something. Yeah, so we might have to go back.
So we have to like double back and like start investigating?
Okay.
So
Yeah,
how do we
kinda-
want to go before we head back to the church? Ark is gonna ask the group. So how do we want to tackle this? It sounds like some of the parties involved might be a little bit tight-lipped about this subject.
Well, to be perfectly honest, and if it's okay with you, Lucia, I kind of think you should maybe take the lead on this one, since you're also a
was the
member of their
plan.
cloth. They might trust you more.
Not only have I their cloth, I have been in their exact shoes. I myself was raised in a church.
Even
Well, there
better
you
of a
go.
reason for you to take the lead.
All right. And so you guys head back to the chapel. Boom! You're there, right in front of it, actually, because I never moved you. to
Whoa,
the
how
back
did we
Can I
get
say that,
here?
Wilburn's just
Aaron
been
has
facing a
been-
stone wall.
Farron has been actively keeping an eye out as they walk back to the chapel to see if she spots that dwarf again.
I-
My passive
thought-
perception is 16. I don't know if that.
Okay, okay.
That's the
thought you
church.
were
I was
about
sitting at
to-
the door.
You do not see that dwarf.
I genuinely thought you were about to say, Mariah, that Lucia's been actively touching herself as
Ah!
we travel.
Me?
Like- Not Lucia, Faerun. Sorry.
No.
as you roll perception.
No. I'm just looking. I'm just looking around.
You do not see the dwarf, and
Damn it.
in your entire walk back to this little chapel. At this point in the day, I'll say it's probably closer to like 11:30, 12 o'clock. There's not too many people at the chapel at this time. Most of the people that had stayed the night, as indeed this place acts as a sanctuary, you can easily infer. And as you enter, there's maybe one or two people. Older-looking woman, and what looks to be her very young son, and a very graceful-looking man at one of the front pews. And then who's wearing like fine clothes. He looks like something of a noble. And at the altar, tending to the dais, pouring wine into a decanter, you see about like a 15-year-old boy, shaggy hair, a little bit in an awkward phase, I would say. This one.
Sorry, I
Yeah,
just
I
thought
can tell
back
where
to
the story's going.
I laughed because I thought back to the moment where you yelled "soul," where you yelled "sold."
Sold!
Like, I shouted in my belly.
I have to
Stop that,
ask.
That's why I snorted.
Did you make me an
Stop
editor on your
banging in my
VOD
head.
so I can download them?
The what?
Did you ever make me an editor on your stream so I can download your VODs?
That's a thing?
That
Oh.
answers the question.
I didn't know
I
that
can
was a
figure
thing.
it out. I can figure it out.
We can talk about that after.
Based on easy inference, considering the boy you've identified to be Yeska, who you met earlier, much younger boy, is not there at the moment. Very easy to discern that this must be Milovaj.
And just to make sure I have my notes straight, Milovarsh was the one that would know where the bones, or would know who the bones were taken by?
Father Lucian suspects that Milovaj took them.
Oh, so he's the prime
Milovarsh is-
suspect.
Okay,
Yeah.
prime suspect. Yeah,
Mhm.
okay, so I gotta be careful about this one.
Mhm. How do you
My
approach
brain
it?
already has assumptions about how this went down, but that might just be, like, instinct from my other DM fucking with me for so long.
Hey, it's Wotaku. Thank you for the follow.
Thank you, hello.
Thank you.
You
Help
also
me
need to fix your
investigate this
alerts, Wade. They're always at the top and the names are always hidden.
Yeah, I never got around to it.
The younger looking man at the front pew kind of eyes you as you enter and casts you all a friendly smile.
Hello. Would you like some assistance? And she'll, like, bow a little.
You're
She's
speaking.
not
with,
bowing as in a condescending way, more just bowing as, like, to be polite.
you're speaking with Milivaj.
Yes, the child.
We have a
Kind of-
potion. We have a potion.
Oh God!
Taking the
Who's it
po-
for? Who's taking the potion?
Who's taking it?
Whomst?
Oh. While you're deciding that, Milivaj kind of narrows his eyes a little bit at you, And he says, "Did the father send you?"
No.
I've never seen
We
you
just
before.
came back. We're new from town.
Hmm.
I'm not even from Barovia, if I'm being honest.
Well, that's interesting. But no, I don't need your help.
Ooh, snarky little shit.
All right.
Just
Damn.
offering to help.
By near-death experiences, do you mean
What is he doing
in-game or out
specifically
of
again?
game?
Say
What
it
i-
again.
What is he? What'd you say?
You guys, are you talking to me? I'm reading the chat.
We're talking to the chat. Yeah.
I'm talking to Lucia.
I'm asking what he was doing again.
So right now he's like cleaning some little chalices, exchanging wine into like a decanter from one, cleaning off the dais, just kind of making himself busy.
Trying to figure out how to do this. Have you been raised here?
Not raised here, just work here.
Where were you from?
I live in town, across the way, with my brother and sister.
Why do you work here out of curiosity? Seems like there'd be other places.
I have to work here. He seems like
Wow.
he's trying very hard to be curt with you.
To be what?
To be curt with you.
Kurt. I don't know that
Curt,
word.
like he's being like short and kind of moody to you.
Hmm.
Oh, he's one of those snappy teens.
Going through a phase.
Are we all in the room?
Ask
or,
him about his DeviantArt. That'll help.
Or
Oh,
is,
no.
is it just Lucia in the room with them?
You guys can be in the room if you want to be.
You see it, but I'll...
Yeah,
I
you
would
might be.
prefer the silence or the absence.
Yeah, that was gonna be my
Because-
next question. Is if you would prefer us to be like just sort of like away.
Oh
Especially
no,
Lobrin. I don't want Lobrin in the damn church.
Lobrin there, but he's not saying anything.
Hot.
Not saying anything. He's
I was
just he's waiting.
Logan
I was
probably
just
wait
curious,
out. Not
that's
Logan.
all.
Mark would wait outside probably then.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I'll
wait.
apologize. I'll apologize if I came off a bit strong-handed asking you so many questions. I'm just new to the town, and seeing someone as useful as you work in the church gives me a bit of a smile. So I just wanted to try and make acquaintances.
He kind of stops a little bit and puts the cup down on the table and looks at you, kind of like, almost like considering you for a few quiet moments. And he says,
So give a soft smile.
and he just kind of says, "You're kind. That doesn't last very long."
Oh.
She'll like move her hair and like show off the scar. Believe me, I've been tested still. Or I've been tested so far. But that's what faith's all about. Unwavering.
Kind of nods a
And-
little bit.
That's why I wanted to talk.
You've more or less got his attention now.
Yeah. I know things can be a bit rough here. And I've been experiencing that firsthand. She'll like kind of run her finger along the scars.
He nods a little bit. He says, "Those are cool. Where did you get them?"
Actually, just a couple days ago.
A couple
Wolves.
days ago?
Yeah,
You're not
I
fooling
said.
me. Things don't heal that quickly.
They do with magic.
You can do magic?
She'll like lean forward a little, and she'll actually. Do I have a non-damaging cantrip prepared?
Do you have thaumaturgy?
Oh.
I do
You're
not
gonna
have
light him
thaumaturgy.
on fire!
You light the fucking bastard on fire!
Set on fire, then
will-
kill him.
She will pull out just a plain arrow, and then she'll just snap it between her. She took a C at this point. She'll just snap it between her knee, and then she'll just begin casting mending on it, with it like
Ooh.
slightly glowing as the branch of it
It's fine.
kind of connects back to each other.
It's
Milivoj,
illicit time.
Milivoj openly gasps at this, but then, like, suddenly realizes his reaction and then, like, dons a scowl again and says, "That was pretty cool, I guess."
Wow. This kid is edgy.
Believe me, it's really interesting.
Well, if you can do so many cool things, what do you need from me?
Just to talk. that's it. Nothing particular. Just want to make acquaintances, friends. See if you know anything around, since you know the church.
I know some things.
Oh.
What do you want to know?
Anything cool?
Mm,
You seem like you have the podcast of the church, and believe me, from my church, all the young sisters and brothers love to gossip with each other.
well, maybe you came from somewhere where things interesting happen, but around here it's pretty boring. At least around the church.
I can't ask directly, and that's like the part I'm struggling with.
Mm-hmm. A little bit of subtlety. I respect that.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure, because I can't ask like about the bones.
All right, jigs up, motherfucker.
Maybe I can do something, actually, now I'm thinking about it. Must be nice at least working in a church, even if you have to work here. Probably one of the safest places, being sanctified and holy.
I owe it to the Father. He takes care of me and my brother and my sister.
Who are your brother and sister? I may be a bit new here, but the father talked to me a little bit about some people, and he mentioned another child, or another boy around your age. I was curious if that might have been your brother.
Jessica's not my brother. My brother and my sister are too young to work here.
You know Nesco well?
Well enough. We speak. He's annoying.
Bright one, isn't he? Bit
Mm,
too ambitious, isn't
He talks a lot.
this? Is I can relate a little. I talk a bit too much myself.
Yeah, but you've got
And we
stories
have.
to tell.
Oh, believe it, but the stories are still just stories. Like, if someone's annoying, the story won't do much, aside from, you know. What
Just-
stories has he talked to you about if he keeps trying to talk to you?
He's gonna pick up the broom that's like lying against the side of a wall right now, and he's gonna start sweeping a little bit as he talks a little bit, and he says, he just kind of stays silent for a moment or two, and he says, "He did send you, didn't he? I know what this is about."
I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. Full transparency. He mentioned something, but
Okay,
it's
I'm gonna
not
have you
why
roll.
I'm here.
I'm gonna have you roll persuasion with advantage here, since you've been doing very well.
Yeah, just to finish my sentence, just so you get an inkling of what I was trying to say. She will admit that she has been sent, but she says that put to the sideline. She wanted to genuinely know about him because a kid being raised in the church is somewhat of an oddity.
So you've related
So
to
she
the
went
lad, and
around to there.
you've done cool magics, and you've been respectful and kind. So roll with advantage.
Fucking advantage.
Hey!
20! Soft 20.
Nice.
Flash
It's
at
what
20.
we like to see.
So he stays silent for a moment more, and he stops sweeping, and he just kind of stands with his back turned to you a little bit. And he turns around, and he looks at you, and he says, "You won't tell Father Lucian, will you?"
Trying to think of how to answer this because I would tell him.
Oh, I'm gonna fucking tell him. Find a way to lie to this boy.
Lie to the child.
Well,
Or soft truth.
she ponders on it a bit, and now I'm trying to think of how I could phrase this. Well, if you know where they are, I want to get them back, but I'm not gonna snitch on you. I have the utmost faith in you that it was probably just all in good fun.
So his nostrils flare a little bit. His face is pretty red, and he looks like
But-
he's really having a hard time here finding the words. But then he's finally
But
he's
I
gonna
will
say,
assure you, I will not rat you out, per se.
"I didn't know Lucia was good with kids." But anyway, he finally pipes up and he says, "The coffin maker, he paid me to take them, Mr. Vandervoort. He works across town. I needed
What
the
does he
money
look
for my."
like?
And he kind of clears his throat. And he says, "Old man, scraggly. Looks a little like a spider."
I appreciate your honesty with me.
he doesn't seem normal.
And
When he
I
gave
can
you...
assure you, you don't seem like one that would have done that if you had the option not to. He
Okay.
played off your desperation. And so, even if, and I will say again, I will not tell Father, but even if Father was made aware of the situation, I am most certain he'd be understanding. And if not, I would talk to him personally.
That's really nice of you. I hope you'll stick around.
I try to. I'll see. Me and my friends have business, but we now know what to do. We'll take care of this. And she will reach into her coin purse and pull out 6 gold, and she'll hand it to him.
Holy shit.
Damn.
Wow.
He said
Damn.
he needed the money.
So he kind of takes it in his hands. He's like wide-eyed, and he like it almost looks a little floored, like he was expecting a much harsher reaction, and then finally kind of like finds the words and he says, "Your friends are very lucky."
I feel lucky more so knowing them.
He kind of looks past your shoulder and like looks at people that came in with you, and then kind of his eyes trace over each of them. And he just kind of nods a little bit.
Alright. May the light lead your way, and she'll bow and walk out.
And you also, the light, with yeah, okay.
Oh, okay. Well, that
Information
was
acquired.
fucking-
Well done.
That was
We-
stressful as shit.
We got a coffin maker's ass to go kick.
You know how
Yeah.
long it's been? You know how long it's been since I fucking like had to play a character that does social shit. Fuck.
That was good. No, that was really
That was
well
really
done.
good.
Rusty as shit.
I can tell you are good with kids IRL.
No, I fucking hate children. Let me be clear.
Well, you could have fooled me. It's at this moment that the finely dressed, graceful-looking man at the pew stands to his feet. He's quite tall, and he walks over to your company. He looks between you, Lucia, and the rest of you, and back to you. And he says, "That was quite impressively handled. You have a most kind way about you."
Oh my god.
You overheard this?
I did. I was listening.
I trust you will you'll help me keep my own word.
Indeed. Indeed.
He's a child.
But first, I must inquire. I have not seen your faces before, and being as though you are new here, I feel compelled to ask, who are you all?
Lucia Promisio. Wait, this is not the father, is it?
Oh
No.
no, this is most certainly not. This is
Who is this?
this is a young man, well dressed.
Is he of the cloth?
No, he just looks like he was praying at a pew. Kind of looks like a nobleman.
I trust that you also don't know this gravekeeper.
Gravekeeper. Let me think. You mean
Whatever.
the
I
coffin?
would say the name of the person.
Yes, I know them. Henrik van der Voort. He's a most flighty sort.
And I
We've
trust
spoken
you
briefly.
wouldn't. And I trust you won't.
But I'm
Relay what he's told me.
Sure, no, certainly not. I'm a friend to anyone that shows
Inciting.
the kindness. Go ahead. Go
Okay,
ahead.
6.
This person seems very upfront, honest, and kind. You must forgive me. I do not mean to stop you on your way. You all seem to be in quite a rush. It is simply that I am most curious about you. Each of you seem quite the oddities. How have you been enjoying this city?
It's been a breath of fresh air, to say the least.
And the rest of you?
Are we there?
Oh, we were waiting outside.
I thought
Yeah,
I
I
was
was waiting
outside.
Oh, I was waiting inside, frankly. I went into the church.
Okay.
swim with my retainers. I'll
And
just-
the other one of you?
Well, there's 4 of us. My retainers are probably there. Maybe the way that
Yeah,
side.
we're the only respectful ones here.
Well, I didn't. I was waiting inside. I wasn't going to disrupt, but I was just sitting at a pew. So he'll stand up and just go. It's quite fine, I suppose.
Kind of eyes your shield a little bit. Brings his eyes back up to yours, and he says, "Is that the crest of a noble?"
Yes, House Broken Go before to Have you heard of them?
I cannot say that I have, but
Nobody has here.
Literally no one.
but I will be keeping an ear open for your exploits, for I am certain you will be finding all sorts of fascinating events to stick your nose in while you are here.
Lobrin smiles at this.
God, I wish I was in there.
You can enter anytime you want.
Yeah, but you,
Yeah,
at this
but
point,
that
you
would be metagaming. I would have no idea that, like, that would be happening.
at this point, I think you seeing everyone else be around, you'd probably go in.
Yeah, I mean, it's a window door.
You could also like feel fancy. Like Faerun strikes me as the type of person who might not want to stay
She'd
in
get
one place
impatient.
for long.
She
Especially
does.
with her immediate retort being to show
Right,
someone their
fine.
crits
She
to
walks
get-
in.
It's been more than.
Oh,
Discovery
what a
is to
metagamer! What
try
a fucking
something.
metagamer! No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
But, like,
I guess Fair
moving
would say,
on.
"I'm gonna go check on her," and then she would walk in.
She would get up and just start like.
As you enter, this man offers you a very deep bow and he says, "Another of your company, I am sure.
Yep.
And I can tell that you must also be quite the spectacular sort yourself, if you are among them."
Who are
Oh
you?
boy! Oh boy! Hold on, my brain just collected something. What do you
Yes.
check game real quick?
Please,
Who are you?
excuse me. I am Vasily Vanderholt. I am a denizen of this town as well.
Wait, did he say Vandervoort or Vanderhort?
Vanderholt.
Oh, I was like, this motherfucker related to Henrik.
No, he's not.
Shit.
No relation to fucking Henry. I promise you.
No relation to fucking Henry.
But you must
And I guess
forgive me.
it's-
I am putting on some airs, for you see, I already know a few things about you. I was speaking to Irina earlier. She told me all about you.
Do you know Irina?
I do now. I've had the privilege. And such a kind lady she is.
I'm inserting this.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
inserting
fucking
this.
inciting the hell out of this guy.
Go ahead!
I don't have any character
What I am
reason to.
searching for is
I have
this
a
man
specific
deceiving us in any way?
I have a more
Is he
specific.
who I want to know if he is who he really if I can glean if he is who he really says he is. Like when he gave
Sure.
that name who he is, I want to know if that was a lie or if that was truthful. And
My
I said Vanderholt. I actually meant Van Holt. I had Vander in the mind. It's Van Holt.
Van
I-
Holt.
I have no
No,
reason in character to
that's
insight check this,
Vanderholt.
frankly. I'm
It just
not,
seems
I
like
have
a
a very
kind guy.
specific insight I'm looking for. I am looking for, have we heard this level of praise towards Irina
Oh,
from
I
someone
rolled
else? And does it
persuade
line
or I
up?
rolled perception by accident.
You've heard these
Well.
kind of niceties laid upon her by the priest back at Barovia and her brother.
Worse.
I mean,
it's a plus
I'm more
four,
so
so
True-
it's
persuaded
the
true
same.
this
enough.
sounds like a Strahd type of thing
True,
to say
true
about
enough. Irina is a radiant and very kind woman. So
He's
you know,
also speaking in Strahd's voice right now.
you are in Barovia right now.
yeah, no,
Wait, he doesn't sound anything like. Okay, listen, it's me. I'm not that good. of a
Okay,
voice
because that was
actor.
the thing I was giving me red flags in my brain.
I mean, it very well could be, but I don't have any reason.
Strahd's
personally.
everywhere. We can't trust anyone. Kill
I
them
know.
all.
That's right.
Anyone with an accent is Strahd.
Child.
Okay. All right. So, all world. This guy seems very kind, forthright, and honest. He just seems, and he's dressed in consistent garbs with those you have seen, if not a little bit proper. I'll post a picture of him in
Oh, we got a picture.
Oh, picture.
Yeah. I see he's a local lord, very kind.
And you're here because you are a follower of the god of this church? You're just here praying?
Indeed, I have not had the chance to be here in some time, and so I was eager to step back in. It's
You are-
regrettable. I meant to. speak with
Oh
the
my
father.
goodness.
Well, okay, this looks interesting.
I knew Winter was going to be all over that.
Give me
Yeah,
that.
he's hot. He's hot. He's just
Where is his art
he looks
from?
a little young.
It was from a deleted user on Reddit. I
Can you
wanted to
provide
press
the
that.
spelled
Gotcha.
name as well, please?
Twyla comes running in.
Tyler
Look,
just comes
where is
busting in. I'm gonna lose another character to this now.
God damn it, you.
He's pretty hot, but I don't trust him.
Who keeps cheese reacting?
Whoa, what the fuck
Who
do you mean
you
cheese?
Who
Barrett.
do you think this cheese
Barrett.
reacts?
Damn it,
Barrett.
What's the name again? Vasali.
Vasili. It's Vasili.
Salami.
Vasili. Vasili. Van V-A-N. Holt.
Van Holt.
Got it. Thank you.
H-O-L-D-T.
Salami van
The
cheese.
recap. You gotta-
Salami
Salami
and
and
cheese.
cheese.
Salami and cheese.
Bertoli.
So listen, Mr. Salami. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't say that. I want to, but I wouldn't. How did you get? I know Irina, and she's pretty confidential with her information. And she just shared to you?
Maybe she's just getting comfortable. And I will, like, put my hand on Faerun in such a way of, like, lay it back a bit.
Yes, you understand. We were speaking for a short amount of time, and she told me the procession that she came here. And being that she was an outsider, I had to inquire further. And she was most hospitable with her information. Did not hold anything back. I believe now she's in the Undercroft, tending to this or that. I did not ask.
Let's say hi to her before we go. And she'll, like, look at Faerun with the same, like,
Okay, I do have something to tell her anyway.
trying to sub-communicate.
Let's go say hi to her.
I'm
Anyway,
going.
see you later, Salami.
I'm gonna stay with Vasily and just say, and are you a noble of this town? You kind of look the part, I would say.
The last remaining of the line, I'm afraid to say. A name that carries
That can be
very
fixed.
little-
Damn, you
It's so
spat that
crazy
out.
that you said that because I literally thought that out loud in my head. Oh my god, thank you for saying that because I felt like I've done too much this episode where I should have said it out loud.
A name that does not carry very much weight anymore. But all that I have, I am happy to employ in your service.
And where is your would you have a sort of manor or something in this town that we could perhaps visit you at if we needed you?
And so I do, of course. I can show you to it.
Very well, I would be honored.
I must have you for tea sometime, although I must warn you, I no longer have servants on the payroll.
Very well, that's absolutely fine. No need.
Indeed, I see
For
you have
Twyla's
your
have
own.
your own,
is this
Lover.
for Twyla's sake, is this a romanceable character?
Yeah, I mean, like,
We'll
any
see.
character is romanceable if you
Any
try hard enough.
characters.
No,
Think about it.
if you roll high enough.
that's a fucked up thing to say. I didn't mean that. Pause.
Well, no, I was thinking more. I guess I was thinking something else. I was thinking like dragons and shit. Like people make that work.
Yeah, I know. I want to seduce the dragon.
I wasn't thinking about it like that. Oh no.
Yeah, I
No,
know.
we'll go,
Goddamn.
we'll go.
I went to the bard shit, not the weird shit.
Yeah.
So he gives you a bow and he says, "My friend, I can tell that you are quite the lord, for you have servants that follow you in this dangerous land. I do not even have servants at my fine manor."
I consider them less servants and more so my friends after all the time we've spent together.
I must say it is a pleasure to have made your acquaintance. You are of good stock, I can tell.
Very well. Likewise, and I hope we can prove fruitful allies in this land, Strahd. No, I'm kidding.
Lobrin's voice just fucking drops.
No, in character, I mean, seems nice.
Yeah, he seems
like a nice
good.
guy.
Seems great. Seems awesome.
Cool.
Anyway, I shall not tie you up any further. You must excuse me, I have prayers to attend to.
Yes. Pray away. Pray away.
And he goes back to his pew.
I am running down to Irina.
She's
Yeah, we're
there.
gonna go to Irina.
Oddly enough, she is kneeling down in front of the empty pillars, and she has her hands clasped together in a gesture you've never seen her do before. But you haven't known her.
Before anyone talks to her, I will kind of like stop them just so she can finish what I am assuming is praying.
Yeah, I'll let her finish praying. I'm not gonna
It doesn't.
just be
It
like,
doesn't take
"Ah."
very long. As she hears your footsteps, she kind of stands to her feet, slowly turns, gives you all a big smile, and she says, "I knew you guys would be back, but you're very quick."
We work fast.
We're still in the process of, you know, finding the bones, but we've got some leads. Anyway, I have a question for you.
Oh,
Did
sure.
you speak to a man named Salami?
Uh, no,
Vilsani.
I spoke with several people since I've been here, but no salamis.
You know
Vilsani.
what I mean, Derek. I forget his name.
Silly.
Vasily.
Oh, Mr. Vasily. Yes, we spoke. He was so kind and generous. It's comforting to be treated like this is my home so
Okay,
early.
touch
This-
star. That explains it.
Generous. Did he give you something?
No, certainly not. I mean, other than kind words, which
Ah.
I suppose he could tell I needed at the time. I must have looked tense.
All right, forgive us. We're a bit on edge, so we wanted to at least make sure you were all right after hearing about him.
I don't mean any offense, but being that you're newcomers here, I would be ready to be everyone's favorite plaything for at least a little bit of time. Your curiosities from a far-off land. And
Yeah, I came to the same assumption.
Also, you probably haven't seen, and if you haven't, just keep an eye out. I noticed earlier a silver-haired dwarven woman, and I noticed her looking over at us, and I held her gaze for a moment, and she just seemed off. So when I started to walk toward her, she walked away and disappeared into the crowd, and she was looking at the church before looking at me. And I just wanted to let you know to maybe keep your eye out for something like that, because something just didn't sit right with me when I saw her. So just keep your eyes peeled if you see anyone that fits that description.
well, I appreciate you keeping me in mind, but while that does seem strange, I'd be prepared for many people to start staring at you. I mean, all of you are eye catchers in your own way.
Oh my god, did you just
Oh my
call
god,
me
she's
pretty?
flirting with us.
Did you just call me pretty? Thank you.
Why are you saying that like a valley girl?
No, just kidding.
Farron is a valley girl.
Oh my god, I love the magical grove.
She's literally
Gotta
fried.
I want to see that character now. I want to fucking see that character.
It's
never
right
been
there.
done.
It's Farron.
I don't know. I just had really bad vibes, and I just wanted to tell her. And also, I rolled shit, so I couldn't come down and tell her that was Strahd. So I guess I'll just tell her. Well, we'll take our leave now. I'm glad you're settling in okay. Makes me happy to see.
And I'm glad that you're all still healthy. I mean, it's only been an hour or so, maybe two, but
I know.
Just the
I know. I feel like we
How
just
much
fucking
can
left.
happen in like under a minute. She like points at the scars.
you can be prepared for me to continue saying that even if it's only been 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's why I didn't go down.
All right, I'm gonna go back upstairs.
And you do so. And you do so. Is there anything anyone else would like to do in this chapel before we call it a session?
I
And
want to
you guys-
kill Salami.
You can have them with cheese. That would probably
I'll
the
be
trick.
standing outside with Ark and whoever else is still outside. I'm gonna be like pointing to stuff in the distance and like telling Dollop about it.
That's a tree, Dollop. Oh.
You're right, Mama, you're right.
What's that one called, Dollop?
I would basically just relay the information to everyone else after we're out of earshot of the church.
All right.
Ark keeps trying to tempt Dollop to like perch on his arm just behind the shield as like a safe nesting spot.
I'm gonna keep trying to
Aw.
hand Dollop over to Ark.
It doesn't take very long. He actually seems surprisingly comfortable with Ark.
Alright, so he's sitting there.
He's like puffed up a little bit. Normally, you know from experience, Dollop does not like going on anyone else's arm. but goes
He
on to Ark
likes
easily
me.
enough.
I go, look, Ark Dollop likes you.
And I like Dollop, and he's gonna kind of like
Hmm.
give him little chin scritches.
I'm gonna like clasp my
Aw.
hands together in front of me, like in front of my chin, and just nod and go, "This is a big day for both of you."
Wonderful.
In that session.
I feel pretty.
All right, let's call it there.
Mark's on top of the world.
Yeah, we got a
Exactly.
fucking, we got a coffin maker's ass to kick.
Yeah,
So
that's
listen-
next, I guess.
I know that things are kind of at a slower pace right now because there are so many options ahead of you, but you guys did a great job. And what
That
a
felt pretty. That
Yeah,
felt
we're
pretty good.
Yeah, I was gonna
Spoiled
say
for
we
choice.
got a lot done. The slower pace. This recap's pretty long.
okay. Well, that's just because there's a huge. It's like
There's
your
a
first.
lot.
It's your first time going to Whiterun, and there's a million quests that just get thrown at you.
That's so true. We haven't even gone to the
Yeah.
Cloud District.
Yeah, you gotta kick the shit out of Nazim. Nazim Vandervolt.
We haven't even tried looking inside of the spooky house that's on the edge of town to see what secrets lie beneath.
I want to look at it. Anyway.
All right, let's start with player inspiration, starting with Twyla.
I'm gonna give it to Lucia, because Lucia had a lot of really big moments this session. Lucia's character is developing a lot, and she successfully got some really good information out of that kid, and we can go further with this quest.
That was impressive.
So I'm gonna give it to Lucia.
If I was a player, I think I would also give it to Lucia for being very good with a troubled child. Lobren, go ahead.
Yeah, it's Lucia. For the reasons everybody already said. I think we covered all the bases. The interrogation scene was really the nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
All right, Farron.
To no surprise, Lucia. I think she did a really good job with the interrogation scene. We got some really important information. I do continuously enjoy how she roleplays her character, and I liked the moment that we had together. I thought that was nice.
That was really fun.
Okay, Lucia.
I'm really tied between Farron and Twyla because both of them have given me a clip to edit.
Oh my god!
Farron with her melon joke,
the
and
yams.
then fucking Twyla with fucking. Oh, I could fix that.
Yeah, that was oh my god.
All right,
Can't
Art.
help ourselves.
I will
Well,
say.
then you
I
didn't
will
pick
say.
anyone.
I will say Farron though because I enjoyed that character interaction we had. Sorry, Twyla.
That's fine.
Thank you.
For obvious reasons, I'm gonna have to give it to Lucia, but honorable mention to Lobren because I feel like you push things along with your character, which is exactly what Lobren would do. He is blunt in a sometimes problematic way.
Well,
I
thank
like Lobren a lot as a character.
Honestly,
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Thank you. Thank you.
he's a really good character.
Farron
I-
might get
I
annoyed
enjoy
with
him.
him, but Mariah appreciates Lobren a lot as a character.
He does make shit happen. He makes moves.
Also,
He
bridge
does
tension.
good-
We're making
Hey,
some
Every
Yeah, no,
party,
honestly-
every party needs a Lobren.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, him fucking crying over fucking.
That was so good.
What's her name?
That's an honorable mention.
That was really
so
fucking good.
Hell yeah.
Well,
All right. Well, thank you all for joining us, and
Community
let's
inspiration.
hope that the coffin maker doesn't pull out some sort of
Discord.
gigantic gun.
oh, I'm
and
gonna
kill
make
everyone.
his coffin.
Oh,
Yeah.
Would they not be called an Undertaker?
That's not what an Undertaker
no.
is.
He just makes the coffins. He don't under the taking.
And remember,
That's
you
fair.
can catch our session recaps on Discord. We have other people too sharing information about their campaigns there, and any missed videos, VODs. If you want to catch up, if you're just joining us for the
Any
first time,
missed videos?
it's out on YouTube.
Yeah, they're over there on
Uh,
YouTube. Feel free
I
to
would
join
love
the.
Yeah.
Yeah, feel free to join the Discord. We have community inspiration where you guys, the viewers, get to vote on who you think is another point of inspiration for the next week. But thank you so much for joining us, guys. This is a lot of fun.
this is a lot
so
of fun.
much fun.
I'm so excited to see where this
Oh
goes
me,
too.
oh my.
Yeah, we're making moves.
Hell yeah to
But-
all of you. Every single
Making
one
big baller moves.
We'll catch you
Big
big naturals
bye-bye.
moves.
Big naturals
Okay.
moves.
We'll catch you on Thursday
Tone
next
it-
week,
tone
gang.
it down.
Bye
And
bye.
on Monday.
Thanks, everybody.
Hey, we love you.